It's Tuesday night. It's a late night cast. I am home from a night of debauchery. Not really. But plans changed for me today. It was supposed to be a Taco Tuesday. It was supposed to be a National Taco Day celebration. It was supposed to be a lot of things that it ended up not being. Unbeknownst to me, I was hit with this wonderful, this wonderful surprise of getting to take the youngest son out for his 21st birthday. Yes, yesterday now, just a few minutes ago yesterday, the 7th of October was the youngest son's 21st birthday. We thought he had plans. We thought he was doing other things. And apparently he decided to spend his 21st birthday with us. And so we took him out bar hopping. We didn't do Taco Tuesday. We went out 21st birthday bar hopping. And yeah. Ole, he's 21. He's 21. Cheers. Cheers. And guess what he didn't do for his 21st birthday? He didn't stay home and do a birthday stream like all the loser basement dwellers do. He didn't do that. He's a 21-year-old man who's a man who actually Cowboy Dan at the Blue Duck Saloon here in our area. The Blue Duck, yes, it's called the Blue Duck Saloon. That's where we started. Cowboy Dan, a 70-plus-year-old cowboy from the region, bought my youngest shots for his 21st birthday. And then we continued on and bar hopped around the neighborhood, around the town, and celebrated his 21st birthday. It was an amazing time. I appreciate every single person we ran into, every single person that we conversed with, had great conversation with, every single person. And praise the Lord, hallelujah. It was a great time. It was a fantastic time. I am lucky to have been able to experience that. My wife was a little bit bummed. She didn't think that we were going to get to do that, and she had hoped that we would get to go out and spend his 21st birthday with him. Dinner and drinks, and lo and behold, surprise, surprise, Mom. Yeah. It was awesome. Miss Bell in the house over in the Rumbleverse says, howdy. She says, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Well, he's at his home now, and he's doing some late night birthday fun with his little old lady there. So he's having a good nightcap there. So but I have been so I'm in one of those what is it? What is it that I'm in? Oh, yeah.
I drink and I know things.
That's right. I drink and I know things.
I drink and I know things.
Yeah, and Miss Bell, just in case you were unaware, just in case.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, just so you're aware, Ms. Bell. Just so we're on the same page there. And,
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
Yes.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
That's right. You might actually get somewhere tonight if you. You might. I don't know.
You're a loudmouth schnook.
Oh wait, where did that come from?
Go ahead. Make my day.
I'm pushing buttons now. I'm just pushing all.
Oh, that woman. Got a mouth like an outboard motor.
No soup for you! No soup for you!
No, what do you mean no soup for me? What? No.
How dare you?
That's right. How dare you? How dare you take my soup from me?
How dare you?
That's right. That's right.
And I'll be damned if I'm going to stand here and be lectured by a pervert.
What? What a great day, though. What a great day. It was a pleasant surprise. I'm always willing to be flexible. Even on a bluebird day, I see the birds are flying already. It's nighttime right now. It's a great. The moon is spectacular tonight. Again, we've had I don't know how many spectacular moons in a row. Clear, just bluebird days.
Pay attention when I'm talking to you, boy.
That's right. Pay attention. Pay attention when I'm talking to you.
You're fired.
Oh, what?
You can't handle the truth.
That's right. You can't handle the truth. So earlier today, before I found out this new piece of information of what I was doing tonight, I was talking about a lot of truths. And I'm about ready to talk about some more truths tonight. But apparently I need to open up the X space and give an opportunity for other people to join in and have a conversation. I am definitely in the mood for conversation if people can handle it. If they can handle the truth,
You can't handle the truth.
Just saying. Some people can't. So we'll see how this plays out. I don't know if it's going to play out at all. I don't know if anybody's daring enough to come in here and have a chat with me. Yeah. Miss Bell says she loves Foghorn Leghorn, and she says, yes, pay attention, boy. Pay attention, my boy. That's right.
Nothing for you.
And that's the bottom line.
And
Everybody's a bit of a cunt sometimes. Everybody's a bit of a cunt sometimes.
It's true. Everybody's a bit of a cunt sometimes. Yes, and you've raised your children right when you feel like you haven't, but then they show you have. When the youngster isn't doing a birthday stream because he'd rather be out amongst the real people instead of on some weird, I'm doing a birthday. It's my birthday. We're doing a birthday stream today. It's my birthday. Oh, it's my birthday. All those flipping weirdos out there that can't figure it out. My kid, 21 today. The youngest is 21. That's right. I got three young men in their 20s, and we don't. Anyways, 3 of them, and none of them are doing birthday streams because none of them are freaks. They might be geeks, but they ain't freaks. They ain't morons. They ain't dumbasses, and they want to get out and do things. They actually interact with people outside of their basement. They're not incels. They have women in their lives. And they were able to do that without my help or anybody else's help. They figured it out on their own. And they didn't meet the ladies online either, because that's just flipping weird too. Like, come on, people. Yeah, I'm about ready to go nuclear on all of the freaks and geeks in the online world that don't know anything outside of the basement. And then when they do get out of the basement, they just meet other people from their basement. Like, it's just basement dwellers getting together, what good does two, like, are you going to get anything positive from 2 basement dwellers getting together? I don't think so. I don't think so. It just doesn't happen. It can't happen. It is impossible for it to happen. Sadly. I mean, look, I'm just trying to make the world a better place here. I'm just trying to impart some wisdom to the good people. Which, look, I mean, most of the people that listen to me, they already are aware of this stuff. I'm preaching to the choir. Most of the people that listen to me know what I'm saying is true. And most of the people that listen to me on a regular basis can handle the truth. It's those that can't handle the truth. Good God Almighty! They're the problem in the world. They're the people that we have to deal with. They're the individuals that we must educate to a higher level. It's just facts. You don't like it? Well, tough. That's where we're at in the world today. 100%. That's where we're at. All right, so let me. I opened up an X space over here. Nobody's joined in. Go figure. Go figure.
All right, everyone, forward, march. Es ist Zeit für Marsch. Wir müssen die Juden aufhalten. Es ist Zeit für Marsch. Wir müssen die Juden aufhalten. Nice.
Ah, shoot, I missed it. I don't. Well, thanks for that. Whatever that was. Somebody was hitting the follow button somewhere, and now I've hit a button trying to read. I was trying to get that thing to be to a point where I could read it better, and I failed. I failed. Oops. I failed on that one. Now I don't know. Holy smokes! What am I doing here? Hold on here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Things are a little fouled up here. Oh, look. There's Pete Hegseth. I still got what's going on? What's going on? Hey, Petey boy. Mr. I don't trust you. Mr. I'm not sure I even like you. Mr. Heggy Sethi. All right, here we go. Look at there we go. We got Elon. Elon posted, reposted, quote posted, whatever. He just put two little fire emojis, which you could interpret that in any way. So, this is Elon kissing the ass of Pete Hegseth here, which I'm not quite sure why he's kissing Pete Hegseth's ass at this point. And it's questionable. But let's listen in here.
Your diversity is not your strength. Your strength is your unity of purpose, your shared mission, your love of country. Your diversity is not your strength. Your strength is your unity of purpose, your shared mission, your love of country.
Yeah, see, I love the United States Constitution, and if my country supports the United States Constitution, then yes, we have that shared unity in that. But look, Pete, I don't know what your issue is, but you're most of the time just wrong. Sanny over in Twitch, it says, "It's me, LOL. I heard about the government shutdown." Sanny 2160. I don't know who. When you say "it's me, LOL," are you Sanny, or I don't know who you are. Am I supposed to know who you are? And you just now heard about the government shutdown, which the government is like, seriously, like the government should have been shut down a long time ago. Anyways, Pete Hegseth here though. Diversity is not your strength. Your strength is in your unity of purpose, your shared mission, your love of country. Okay, so my strength is not in my unity. It is in my individuality. It is in my independence. That's where my strength is. My strength is not in a shared mission. It is in a shared understanding of my individuality and my independence and how I want to preserve, protect, and defend my liberty that is my individuality, my independence. There, Mr. Hegseth. My love of country only is my love of liberty. My love of country only is because of my independence and my individuality. And if my country doesn't support my independence, my individuality, or my liberty, you, sir, can take a flying leap. Now, that being said, everything seems to align for the most part at this moment. where I can love my country. But I love the United States Constitution. I love the Declaration of Independence much more than any country, even the country that declared independence. Because if this country ever loses its independence, I will continue to declare my independence as an individual and secure my liberties. I will definitely preserve, protect, and defend my liberties over any country. So as long as my country backs me in preserving, protecting, and defending my liberties, then we're good. But the moment my country does not have that shared mission he speaks of the strength of my independence and the strength of my individuality, then we have we are at a moment of impasse there, Mr. Hegseth. That's right. That's right. Magamut says, if you're not a Democrat, please say hi. You'll thank me later. I'm not a Democrat, and I'm not going to say hi to you because you're an idiot, because it's just making a post like that. And Cheryl McCausland says, hi, been following you. Wonder why you aren't following me. Have a good evening. Well, because she doesn't give a shit about you, Cheryl. Yeah, and also you can't expect everybody to follow you back. Like, I mean, you just can't. Like, that's weird. You definitely shouldn't expect that. Adam Carolla says, world's greatest game show. We get a wheel, and it's split 50-50 with Katy Perry and Katie Porter. Whoever it lands on, you get to have to sleep with. Do you spin? Oh. Now's a great time to play, Adam says. No, I'm not spinning. We're good. We're good. We're not spinning. We're not spinning. But I'm gonna like that, and I'm gonna repost that just so other people can ask that same question. Patty Quinn. We talked about Mr. Patty Quinn. About him getting to go to the game. As you can see, if you tilt your head to the side here, you can see Mr. Patty Quinn and his seat and his view. What a great view down the left field line. Let's see. Let's listen in.
Come on, Judge. Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees! Come on, Judge. Come on, Judge. Don't be nervous now. MVP.
That's great. I'm so glad he had a good time. That's great. That would I was rooting for the Yankees to win this game because it would have sucked if Patty had gone to his first Yankees playoff game and they had lost. Even though secretly I was rooting for the sweep because I hate the Yankees. But Patty Quinn's a good person, and as you can see, he had great seats for that game. And hey, look, fans are fans, and you don't want to, unless they are directly up against your team. You don't root against somebody that going to their first Major League Baseball game, Major League playoff game. You don't root against them seeing something positive with their team. You got to root for the positivity at that point, since it wasn't against my team. If his team was playing against my team, then all bets are. Then at that point, it's like, screw you, buddy. Don't give a crap if you like your Yankees or not. It's they're going down. Screw you, buddy. But it wasn't the case. So they're playing the Blue Jays. It's like I kind of have to root for the Yankees anyways by default because it's Toronto. It's Canada. Kind of fuck Canada at this point. As much as my dislike exists for the Spankies, I have more of a dislike for the Canadian baseball teams right now at this point. Wait. How many Canadian baseball teams do we have right now? Oh, yeah, just Toronto, because we got rid of the Montreal Expos for some reason. I can't put a finger on why. I'd like to see Montreal get the Expos back. I'd like to see Vancouver get a baseball team as well. Yeah, that would be great. Super 70s Sports says, imagine Mike Ditka or Chuck Noll or any coach you've ever respected apologizing for being pissed at an idiot who threw a game away. So now if you're an Arizona Cardinal, you know there's no standards and your coach is a cuck. Clown organization. Wait, what? What happened here?
Some contact and stuff like that. I was just wondering what you thought of that video, what happened. Like, it was kind of grainy. We didn't really see it.
I didn't see the video, David, but yeah, I actually I woke up this morning and didn't feel great about it, honestly. And so in the team meeting, I addressed it. I apologized to Omari, apologized to the team, and I just told him I kind of let the moment of what happened get the better of me there. Obviously, like I try to be emotionally stable and calm because my job is to solve problems when during a game and kind of lead the charge on that. So it's not really who I am, who I want to be, and I told the guys that today. So it's a mistake by me, and it's just like everybody in there. Everybody made some type of mistake yesterday, which is, culminates to why we didn't win the game. And we can't let it happen moving forward.
If you listen to his voice, he's got somewhat of a back east, northeastern type accent going on there, which probably is part of the problem with him. But what they're talking about is So one of his players, I can't remember the name. He had said it there. Going into the end zone, he let go of the ball too soon in a celebration. And it ended up being a touchback, and it kind of helped the opposing team win the game. He was then seen later on in the sideline berating that player that did that, which he should. He's a professional athlete that knows the rules to the game of football, and he put showboating in front of making sure he scored the touchdown before showboating, which I'm fine. Fine. Celebrate, do any kind of craziness you want to do as long as you have ensured that you have scored the touchdown. So later on, the coach here was seen on the sideline berating that player that screwed up royally, cost them the game, and hit the player right here. Right in the chest. And because of the losers out there, the lefty losers that don't understand jack shit, the I'm offended over everything people, the intellectually daft, they blew up online and freaked out. Oh my God, he hit a player. So shoulder pads have a chest plate, and they have a back plate, and the chest plate comes over your pectorals. And where you saw the coach hit the player, he hit like this on the chest plate, and it wasn't even that hard. It didn't hurt the player at all. It didn't hurt the player at all. Not even a second of, it wasn't even it was just he got hit in the chest plate. To let him know the coach is there. He's physically in your face, and you better be listening. It was kind of like punching in what he was trying to tell him. And I feel like it worked. And now he's apologizing for it because he's a little pussy-ass bitch coach. Fuck him. Like, I'm not an Arizona Cardinals fan, but this is the demise of the NFL. You have pansies for coaches. And if you can't smack your player in the chest plate or in the back plate or on the shoulder pads, it's football. Like, football's already been pussified to an extreme. And now a coach can't, like, light up one of their players for screwing up. That's insane. It's absolutely insane. But hey, this is where we've got the weak are in control right now. The weak, the emotionally minuscule individuals in positions of power, positions of leadership that are failing at who they are, failing at who we are as a society. They are failing as leaders. Case in point, right here, this one right here. He screwing up big time. So what are you gonna do? I don't know what you're gonna do. Look, the fact that he's apologizing for lighting up a player for screwing up on that kind of a level. You're a professional athlete. You're a professional football player. You know you have to maintain control of the football across the goal line to break the plane of the goal line. Now, I've seen the video. I'm 100% positive he was in full control of the football across the plane, across the goal line. But the referees, who are jack shit at this point, decided differently. Which, okay, if you keep the ball secure to where the referees, there's no shadow of a doubt, then you don't even have to worry about this. But I'm one of those people. I'm a Bobby Knight fan. To this day, I'm a Bobby Knight fan. I don't give a shit. If you're going to play sports, you need to be competitive, and you need to understand the rules, and you need to be on top of it. If you are not on top of it, if you don't fully understand the rules, like, seriously, somebody who does that type of a play in the NFL needs to be booted out. Like, just, I'm sorry, you don't take this game serious. You're not competitive enough. You don't understand. You're an idiot. So you shouldn't even be getting paid for this. Bye. Peace out. See ya. And that's just
some contact and stuff like that. I was just wondering.
And that's just the facts right there. If you're getting paid this kind of money, you shouldn't be fucking up like that. So simple. I think that coach, I know that coach had every right to hammer that player. And him apologizing just makes him look that much more weak. More weak. James Wood says, and she says the reason she didn't get elected is that Americans didn't have enough time to get to know her. Familiarity with the gin-soaked loser would definitely breed contempt. Another month and nobody would have voted for her. Johnny, and this is James Wood. This was in a quote post of Johnny MAGA. Kamala is now screaming F-bombs at her drunken book tour appearances. She continues to get more pathetic with each passing day. Look, 3 months is more than enough time to have people get to know you. And by the way, nobody wants to talk about she was vice president of the United States of America for 4 years. And she's got what? Let's hear this.
To have some level of concern and care, if not just basic fucking curiosity. To have some level of...
That's funny. That is fun. She's just nuts. She's nuts. MAGA post, be honest, would you like to see Kid Rock instead of Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl halftime show? I mean, yeah, absolutely. Why not? Why not? He's an American citizen. That's a good start right there. And he speaks English. That's a second good start. He loves football, so that's a third one there. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it would be better. Can we do without this little POS right here? That would be good too. Le'Veon Bell says people just be talking because they got lips. People just be talking because they got lips. That stuff's funny. Tectone. Hey, got a puppy in the background there. What is Tectone? I don't know who Tectone is. This is the first time I've ever seen him. It says, I always wondered how Hassan kept his dog behind him all stream. Is because he's been using a shock collar on settings so high that his dog fucking screams when he uses it. Using your dog as a prop to seem more friendly, relatable, and down to earth when in reality, the dog isn't sitting there of his own volition, but stays there out of fear. I am beyond disgusted. Fuck this man's whole existence. Hold on here. Let's.
Of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just, you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom. No, she doesn't want to come over here to see what's up. She just wants to fucking roam the house because she got to roam the house when I was gone. And she needs to literally have the same structured, regimented. I think that clip went to Trump's big baby desk immediately. I hate everything. I hate everything. Of all of America's much more consequential violence.
I don't have a problem with him having a shock collar on his pup because most dog owners do the shock collar thing. Whether I agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. And if he, it's like, hey, you're going to shock the dog to maintain a certain distance from a place that you don't want them to be. You're going to shock the dog to keep them in a certain area. You're going to do X, Y, and Z. With the shock collar to train the dog to do certain things. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have an issue with is this guy. I never knew who he was until just recently, very recently. And what a look, in order for him to be making the money, in order for him to have a chat space that's going on fire like this, he is being put out there on a level I don't understand. He's an idiot. He's a rude piece of shit, and he's not very intelligent, obviously. What does he have that I don't have? Would somebody explain to me? Like, what does he have that I don't have? Explain that to me. Could somebody explain that to me? Oh, does he kiss the ass of the fucking losers that run social media? Is that what it is? Is he one of their little fucking suck my dick boys? Is he one of those people? Is that it?
How would you like to suck my balls?
Yeah. Is he one of those people? Like, what is his chat space just filled with basement dwelling asshats? Is that what's going on? I wonder. It's very concerning that this person is someone who just makes shit tons of money off of doing what I do on an extreme level compared to him. I do circles around him. Fuck that guy. And I'm an American first person. I support the president. I speak the truth. I support the United States Constitution. This fucking twat waffle, fuck him. And by the way, dog owners are needy as fuck. Seriously, it's psychologically true. Dog owners are more needy than cat owners. Facts. But anyways, I love dogs. I just don't have one, nor will I have one unless I get a huge piece of property. And even then, I don't know if I'm going to get one. I'll probably get a big cat before I get a dog. Big Tom Callahan says, do you celebrate your own birthday? Yes, I'm a special child. No, I'm a grown-up. I mean, I celebrate, like I said before earlier today, I it's Father's Day is really close to it, so I just make it my week or make it my weekend where it's like, leave me the fuck alone and we're good. It's not a real celebration. I get to go have a nice dinner from time to time, or my wife makes me a nice dinner. But again, it's a Father's Day thing and my birthday because they land so close together. So it's like I just take advantage of the situation. And I think if you celebrate your birthday, fine. But if you do it on stream, then yeah, you're special, all right. And it's not the you're. It's not a Goodyear special. It's the you ride the short bus and you wear a helmet special if you're doing a birthday stream. That's basically where I'm at with the birthday stream stuff. Again, the 21-year-old, went out and had a good time tonight. There was no bullshit birthday stream because, yeah, he's not a little bitch boy or a little bitch girl. I mean, he's just not a little bitch where he's like, yeah. Big Tom Callahan says, if I was a liberal, the poll results would be the exact opposite. What does this tell us? What's the poll results? What's the poll? I want to know what the poll results are without having to vote. I mean, seriously, I'm aware of my birthday, but I don't go out of my way to celebrate it. Not an actual celebration. So here, I'll click that. Oh, shit. So, yeah, so he's saying if I was a liberal, the poll results would be the exact opposite. What does this tell us? So, yeah. So, yeah. Look, so social media dipshits, I'm glad I clicked it that way because, I mean, I fall in the camp of probably not celebrating my birthday. I mean, if somebody wants to celebrate it for me, if somebody wants to take me out, that's fine. I don't consider that me celebrating. See, do you celebrate or do other people celebrate? There's a difference. No. I am not needy. I'm not dependent. I'm not a fucking retard. So, like, yes, I'm saying all of you that have done a live stream birthday stream for yourself, yeah, you're probably a socialist of some sort. You're kind of a liberal. Most of the people that you see doing this are people who will even say, yeah, I used to be a Democrat, but I'm not any longer. It's like, no, you're still a dipshit Democrat. You just are saying that you're on the other side of the fence, and you're really not. You're really not. So I'm right here with Mr. Big Tom Callahan there. I'm with him on that. But we're not liberals, so we're not needy little twat waffles. The Critical Drinker says Henry Cavill must be laughing his arse off right now. Absolute next Netflix. Imagine from The Witcher season 4, or image from The Witcher season 4. Yeah, where's Henry Cavill? Is that him in the background? I don't know where. Like what is this disaster of losers here? Like, you don't see anybody worth a damn on the screen here. Is that Henry Cavill back there? I don't think that is either. What a disaster The Witcher season 4 has obviously become, or is, or was, or I don't know. Holy flippin'. Concern says, I had two guys fighting over me online and I broke their hearts. One was crying. Yeah, well, I believe her. I do believe her because basement dwellers would actually try to get with her because she's got a wet spot, and they've never had a real woman or the wet spot. So and basement dwellers might have teeth that look like that too. I don't know. Let's listen to her.
Meanwhile, I got guys crawling all over me on TikTok, yes. I got lots of guys' phone numbers. They've been giving them to me, and they want me to talk to them. I even had two fighting over me on a live, at which one I wanted to pick to be dating, but yeah, and I broke their hearts. And then the one's kind of still talked to me, but then he was crying when I told him I'm sorry, I didn't want to date him. It was sad for me, though, too. That's something I hate to do, like break their hearts, but I do. Meanwhile,
so she had two horn honks. She's close to a highway. She's got meth teeth there, and she was looking sporadically all over the place. So I think she's lying. But who knows? She might not be lying. But you know what? Whatever. I mean, you can tell if she got her teeth corrected and she actually gave a fuck about herself for 2 seconds. She might be a decent looking woman, because she's probably in her 40s, or maybe not. Maybe she's in her 30s, but she looks a little rough around the edges there. That's for sure. Holy smokes, rough for sure. Rough. American Papa Bear, what would you do if she did this at your house? Well, that's my property then. If that's my house, that's my flag, that's my property. And if she came over and did that with that little fucking faggoty ass LGBTQ plus alphabet soup shirt on, I mean, I would then have a little bit of an issue with her. But here, I want you guys to notice something here. I want you to see something. That I'm going with the premise of this. But look. Right? See that? See what she's got there? A knife or scissors? Watch closely here. Look at that. See that? I got the scissors. She goes up. You see that? See that? This is AI. It's not real, folks. It's fake. I mean, seriously. This cracks me up. 100%. It cracks me up because people are buying into the AI videos way too much. And it's all bullshit. It ain't real. It ain't real. Sorry. And go figure, it's fucking TikTok. It's shit talk. It's whatever talk you want to call it. It's pathetic. It's white trash. It's trailer trash. It's ghetto. TikTok is for the intellectually daft. I've used that now twice. Intellectually daft. Dr. Malouf, Italy, provocative street prayers outside the Vatican. There are 60 mosques in Rome. So why do they choose to pray near the headquarters of the Catholic Church? I wonder why. They're trying. I mean, that's a dumb question. Hello. Super 70 Sports. The top knob was for 3 or 4 channels your giant antenna actually brought in. The bottom knob was for entertaining yourself with machine gun sound effects. No, it was for all the sub channels to tune in, because it was like a radio dial to do fine tuning at that point. But people forget that was a thing, and that was actually awesome. And we could have continued this route for a really long time and refined it even more. But no, we didn't, because we wanted to make things a little bit more difficult. You would probably say a little bit easier, but that's actually big picture, not the truth. But anyways, James Woods says, Besant is a stone-cold killer. He would not stop until every rock is overturned and the insects are exposed and exterminated. MAGA Voice here posts, this is the quote post that James Woods talking about, commenting on. Do you support Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent exposing who is funding Antifa? Yeah, I mean, who's funding Antifa? Let's know who's funding. That's great. That's great. Why not? I'm fine with that. Who's funding Antifa? Mally Mouse says, I love pissing people off by being myself. I assure you there are worse things in the world than me, but either way, thanks for letting me live rent-free in your head. Who are you pissing off? Like, I mean, who are you pissing off? You're kind of floating around in if you're pissing people off, they're weak. They're weak. Because, see, I piss you off. I piss everybody that's like you off. And then I piss everybody that you piss off. I piss those people off, too. And I'm not even trying. You guys are just weak people. It's sad. It's sad. You're not willing to tell the truth. Consistently tell the truth. And that's sad. That's such a sad state of affairs. And oh, by the way, for me, you don't exist to me until I scroll by you on here, Mally. You seem like a nice young lady. You seem like you might be going in the right direction with things. But the only reason why I even talk about you or think about you is because you come up on my scroll there, baby girl. But yeah, you know what? But that's okay. That look, I understand that you have some sort of weird socialist crap going on. That's why you do what you do online. That's why you find some success online, because you're in that little socialist realm. You want to claim you're conservative, but you used to be a libtard, probably. I don't know. At least you're rubbing shoulders with a whole bunch of supposed ex-libtards. But hey, if you're successful, good for you. I'm happy for you. Todd Spence says, in 1977, Richard Pryor was one of the first people to publicly make it clear he did not like Chevy Chase. Wait, what?
There, thank you, Rich.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Pencil.
Thank you.
Chevy.
Richard.
Hey, what's happening?
Ed. Hey.
Ready.
How you doing?
Ready. Dog. Yeah, I go back. I'm going back Friday.
Yeah.
To see my son in a talent show, and spend Mother's Day with my grandmother.
Is he talented?
My son? No, he has no talent whatsoever. But you have to go watch him and encourage him. He's a wonderful son.
What is he doing in the show?
He yodels and throws. Huh? What was it you said?
I didn't say nothing, man.
Oh.
Nothing. I just say nothing.
Yeah. You got to deal differently when you're dealing with those people. You got to.
I was going to ask you, why didn't you tell Johnny he was going to take over his show?
Oh. I knew you'd bring that up, and Johnny and I, we've discussed it, and neither of us care.
Yeah. That monologue you were doing with the chair is a perfect replacement for Johnny.
A lot of chair falls. And my opening monologue will be a fall over chair tonight. Thank you very much.
You guys better be big hits tomorrow night. I got mine.
You're all right.
I got mine.
We're screwed.
I got mine.
I'm home free.
Good. So am I.
May I say that I have seen Richard's special?
No, you may not say that.
Okay. I'm very sorry.
That's good.
In fact, though, that I have seen it, and it's hilarious. It's not quite as funny as mine, but it's really, really very. No, it's very funny. It's very funny.
Have you seen Chevy's special?
I don't like Chevy.
Okay, we're going to come right back and take another look at the slides here right after this commercial break. So stay with us.
That's hilarious.
There, thank you, Rich.
Absolutely hilarious. I like Chevy Chase in the movies and whatnot. He wasn't that great of a stand-up comedian or whatnot, but Richard Pryor took it to a whole nother level. Richard Pryor probably, he's top two. George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Robin Williams, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. I mean, there's a top five right there. And, Dave Chappelle might be number 3 in that list behind Richard Pryor and George Carlin. But, yeah, I mean, we're in the top 5. Whatever. Interchangeable, maybe. Maybe, probably not. Wall Street Abe's says former Canadian politician from Iran. It's Iran. Former politician from Iran has a warning for Americans about Muslims. All right. Iranian here. Pro tip for anyone who's not from the Middle East. No one in the Middle East actually blocks intersections to pray in the streets and yell, Allahu Akbar. The reason that they do it in your countries is because they're trying to assert their religious dominance over you and claim your country and turn it into Sharia law. Well, I could have told you that. I've been saying that. This is a test. They're trying to see how far they can go.
Iranian here with another pro tip for anyone who's not from the Middle East. No one in the Middle East actually blocks intersections to pray in the streets and yell Allahu Akbar. The reason that they do it in your countries is because they're trying to assert their religious dominance over you and claim your country and turn it into Sharia law. Now you know. Iranian here.
Yeah. If these people didn't know that already, they're morons. But, I mean, apparently you feel like there's morons out there that need to hear this. I mean, I guess maybe I feel like it too since I just reposted it. But that's a fact. That's reality. We had this conversation the other day. Underdog NFL says Schefter, Jerry Jones fined $250,000 for flashing a middle finger to a Jets fan. That's freedom of speech, you fucking pieces of crap at the NFL. And is that his stadium or is that the Jets stadium? I don't know where they're at that point. That's probably Jets stadium, but who cares? That's sign language. What? He's not allowed to say "fuck you, Jets fan," and laugh about it. They were having a good back and forth, and the guy down there. Do we know what the guy gestured to Jerry Jones? Maybe Jerry Jones. Maybe that Jets fan was like "fuck you, Jerry Jones," and Jerry was like "fuck you," and that was a good interaction between the two, regardless. But Jerry has to pay $250,000 for freedom of speech, where we don't see what the other guy was doing? Fuck you, NFL. Fuck you. What a worthless bunch of fucking shitheads at NFL. Good God almighty. Roger Goodell needs to be ousted, and I need to be put in for Roger Goodell. What a disaster that is. Ooh, Ms. Bell's in the house. She's finally here after I set this up specifically for her. We'll see if I can invite her in. I'll invite her to speak. We'll see how this goes. She's probably in rare form right now. She's probably already hit the sauce. She's probably got her morning shots in. A little hot toddy. It's getting a little colder over there on the East Coast. Maybe she's taking some nips off the bottle already. A little pre-work tailgate session for Ms. Bell. We know how she likes to suck off the bottle from time to time. Her mouth proves it. Her mouth proves it every time. Hello, Ms. Bell. Are you there? Are you listening? Apparently she's not listening. Good. I can keep talking shit then. Adam Carolla over here says, explaining Elon Musk to future generations is going to be extremely difficult. Yeah.
I got behind a Tesla on the 15, and it was like, don't blame me. I bought this car. And I was like, oh, remember 10 minutes ago they were burning Tesla dealerships and spiking their tires and keying Teslas and stuff. And I'm like, are we just, here's what I want to say to people. So we're done with Elon? But by the way, like, how do I explain this to future generations? Like, what happened? There's this guy who's a genius from South Africa, and he came here, and he made...
That's funny. That's funny. I'm going to have to like and repost that for Adam there. That's fantastic. I got to save that too. Hello, Miss Bell. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Howdy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm all righty. Yes, I am drinking. I'm drinking green juice. Thank you very much.
Green juice. So absinthe. You heard that here, folks. Ms. Bell's drinking absinthe right now.
Green juice of kale and a few other things in it. So,
if that's what
healthy stuff.
If that's what the kids are calling it these days, all right, that's fine.
Right, you're winding your day down. I'm getting ready for work. Boost up.
Okay, all right. Well, whatever. I'm not winding my day down. I'm winding my day up. I could go and go and go. We've had such a great night tonight, celebrating the kid's birthday and talking with some wonderful people around this great area that we're in. So, yeah, it was a good time. Unexpected, and it was fantastic.
Good conversations?
Yeah, even the kid, the 21-year-old. It's like, hey, did we do something right when we dropped him on his head? Holy crap. This worked out splendidly.
Oh, good. I'm glad it was a wonderful night. Fun surprise.
Yes, it was. It was a very welcome surprise. We enjoyed it a lot. So, yeah. How are you? So you're getting up and getting ready to go in and defend me, right? Is that what you're defend my honor?
I do not know what you speak of.
Wow, it is one of those days today. Oh, the file
It's
must have been
something.
thick yesterday. What is he saying? What is he? He's lost his mind. What is going on here? No, he didn't lose his
That's
mind.
more like, what stupid fuck are you talking to?
Wait, me? As me being the stupid fuck that you're talking to? Oh, all right. You want to wind me up a little bit there. All right.
And guess who asked me that question? No, we're not going with that conversation.
Hi, Elon. How you doing, bro? Did you get upset with my rhetoric yesterday in my day cast? Oh, did you guys go real crybaby about something? Did it hurt your feelings?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Listen to you. Yeah, it was a day yesterday. Lord,
I actually
the red
defended...
pencil was all over my file.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, and by the way, I defended Elon yesterday. I was saying that he's one of the few non-retards that owns a social media platform. So, I mean, come on now.
No, it was Pam that was talking to me about you.
So. Oh, she's lost love for me at this point. Lovely. All right. What did I say that upset her?
When you meet her, you'll know.
I'll know why she... Wait, wait, what do you mean when I meet her? Am I going to meet her soon? Uh-oh.
I don't know. We'll see.
Jiminy Christmas. Just put it out. Come on. Is it getting close to that time where they're like, we have no other options? Bring in the Death Star. Bring in the Destroyer. We have 0 options left. We need him. Damn it. Fuck, we didn't want this to happen, but now it's on our doorstep and we have no other choice. I just don't know what when that happens, what am I getting called for at that point? Like, how bad is it if they're like, okay?
I just know I guess you're referring to my text message I sent you. So
oh, you
I
sent
was just asking. Yeah, I did.
When? I didn't get no text message.
Right about the time you started your live, I was like, oh shit, he went live. So.
Oh shit! I did get a text. I'm now opening it. Wait, what? Miss Bell sent me a text message. I didn't know. Holy smokes! Wait, hold on.
Like I said, it was at the time you just logged on to your live. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, my ear's burning. What do you mean my fucking ear's burning? Oh, my ear. Wait, at 3 o'clock in the morning, my ear's burning? Who the hell are you talking to at 3 a.m. in the morning, East Coast time?
Who do I not talk to at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I know.
Is the question.
Now, see, at that point, I know exactly, like, okay, hi, bro, how you doing? Like, what's going on? Hi, sister, how you doing? Like, how's the group doing?
Which group? My crew? My kiddos?
The ones that, all of them. The ones that have
everybody's
this weird...
doing good. The one that you talk to the most, she's most busy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Does she need a hug from me to invigorate her?
I don't know. She might beat you up. I don't know.
That's
Get her
fine.
Frustrations out on you.
That's fine, too. Physical contact, as you and I have talked about, is a very positive thing. It really is, because if you need a hug, you get the hug, you share that energy, and the person that has the extra energy shares a little bit with you. You get re-energized, and then if you're frustrated, like you're saying, actually getting to physically hammer on something, if it's a human being, like little punches, playful punches, that gets you a good feeling too. So maybe, hey, I'll suit up. I'll put the body armor on. She can give me a few whacks. I probably deserve them, by the way. I don't know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's doing well.
Good.
Extremely busy, though.
Tell her I love her.
When I talk to her.
Well, which will be in like 5 minutes from now. You'll talk to her.
Actually, not right now. When I say she's extremely busy, she's extremely busy.
She's in the operating room, folks. She's in the middle
she's had a few of those.
She's in the middle of a... Uh-oh. Well, good. I'm glad she's doing okay. I hope everything slows down for her for a second or two. That'd be
Hell
good.
no.
Wait, what do you mean, hell no?
That is boring.
Well, when I mean slow down, just
When
not so.
when she gets to be an old fart like you, then maybe she can slow down. But no, we're gonna go while you're young and got the energy.
Wow, I am just gas in the wind at this point, apparently.
You're an old man, you know.
I just got done with a whole night.
Did you?
Of old man comments and grandpa comments.
Aw.
And now I get
Grandpa.
this. I'm just an old fart in the wind here. Dusty old fart.
Take it as a badge of honor there.
I don't know how
everybody
that's
gets it.
I don't know how
Not
that's a
everybody
bad.
gets that.
What do you mean? Not everybody gets that.
Not everybody makes it to your age, you know. There's many people who don't.
I mean,
as old
if
as
they
you.
put the crack pipe down, they got a better shot. So, if they just treat themselves
just
better.
be grateful that you're that age. Could be old like me, so.
I want to make it to be Cowboy Dan.
Okay, so I missed some of the because I left to.
So
get ready
Cowboy
for
Dan
work.
is a regular out at the Blue Duck. It's a little old tavern that's high end, elevated food. It's like, what the heck? We're out here in the middle of nowhere, and we've got this in a tavern. Yeah, it's old school tavern with this elevated food. It's great, but Cowboy Dan is a regular there, and he wears his cowboy hat. He's always got his shit kickers on. He's always got his Wranglers on, and he's got this Santa Claus white beard going on, and he's got the little kind of a little, you know, the old school little twist of the mustache with it too, and he's got this just old timey cowboy vibe where he still does ranch work. He's in his 70s and he's still ranching, and you could tell he's chiseled. He's still, you know, he's farm boy, but he's grizzled too, chiseled and grizzled. And he's just got that twinkle. He's got a Santa Claus twinkle in his eye. And he's always been there when we go, when the wife and I go. And, you know, tonight we decided to do some bar hopping with the kid. And we started at the Blue Duck. Because we're like, let's start him here so he understands why we like the Blue Duck so much, so he can get a sense of the food they serve and get a sense of the people there and the vibes and just this good, this, you know, it's hometown. It's this feel. You could come to the Blue Duck from anywhere in the country that's small town, and you will feel you're at home inside that tavern. And that's just, it's small town Americana in that tavern. I mean, this thing has a head of a buffalo inside of it over the bar. So, like, we're talking serious. But Cowboy Dan, he's in his 70s, and he bought the kid a shot of whiskey for his birthday to add to the couple shots he had already had, and we had a good conversation. If I can get to that point where I still have a twinkle in my eye in my 70s and I still can look as good as Cowboy Dan does, and I can pony up and buy the youngsters that come into my establishment, buy them a shot of whiskey on their 21st, and I can still have that good old boy feeling, boy, I think I'm winning in life. I think I've ascended to a whole nother level if I make it that far. What a pleasant individual to be around. Just being in the same building with that man rubs off on you just a little bit. So good. It's so good. We need more of that here in the United States of America. I know it's out there. I know there's more Cowboy Dans out there. I just like, you know, sometimes you just want to aspire to that next level of awesomeness. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Again, such a great start to our evening. But anyways, yeah, that's Cowboy Dan. That's my Cowboy Dan story.
Sounds like a really nice night. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Always good to celebrate. Have a good celebration.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was a warm hug. That's what it was.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what is on your docket for today, Ms. Judge Bell?
Can't share.
Oh, jeez.
But it was an exciting day, that's for sure.
Yesterday was an exciting day that's
Yes, it
leaching
was.
into today.
I didn't get what I did yesterday was never done before, and I was asked to participate, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. It was busy. Today, yes, of course, winds into today.
So,
did you see Pam? Did you see Pam Bundy on? Did you see me sitting there?
I did not even. I just paid attention to Pam. Sorry, I can go back and look at the video because I reposted it, but I lambasted Pam.
Why?
Because she's an idiot. 100% idiot. If you're going
to, what makes you think that?
Let's just break down what I only know, which isn't much. Okay, there we've let that out. That cat's out of the bag.
Right?
So we're only going to break down what I know, and that's not much. So what I know is what I saw yesterday in my daytime scroll. The daytime scroll, I run into this clip of Pam, and the person who clipped it was like, "Oh, Pam Bondi lambastes Senator Blumenthal." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I read what that was, and then I play the clip, and it was like a minute or so of her kind of leaning into Senator Blumenthal while he then is a rude piece of shit trying to talk over her so nobody can hear what she's really saying, but you could still make out what she's saying quite clearly. And she had every right to lambaste him. She's calling him out for being a liar, saying that he admitted to lying and blah, 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 and then wanted to go into how dare you challenge my integrity as a prosecutor. Well, immediately I'm like, how dare you think that I'm not allowed to challenge your integrity when what you just lined out and called him out for? Why aren't you now going after him for lying to the American people? Why are you not going after certain people who sit in Congress that are willfully lying and have admitted, or ones that haven't admitted yet, but you sure as hell know that they've lied? These people have taken oath to represent we the people, and they are willfully lying to the people. Don't you have some grounds to then go after them for X, Y, and Z? Maybe not. I don't know. But just sitting there calling him out doesn't do it for me. You're missing the mark. You are failing as a prosecutor. You're failing as the United States Attorney General, as I see it right now. And you really don't have much of a leg to stand on. So while I enjoy you lambasting Senator Blumenthal, which, man, he needs to go bye-bye a long time ago. Just ride off into the sunset, retire, get the hell out of government, whatever you need to do. And if you don't, we're gonna come after you in some fashion and try you for treason, because I'm pretty sure there's a laundry list of crap that he's done that we can get him for treason. Which, oh wait, then that falls into her court, right? That's her court. As a federal prosecutor, that falls right into Pam's lap. And while she's sitting there lambasting his ass and, oh, my integrity. Well, if you had integrity as a prosecutor, shouldn't you be going after some of these people? Why aren't you going after them yet? Or are you about ready to? And if you are, get to fucking work, woman. Let's see it now. I want to see it now. Because I'm you know how I'm like, come on, Pam. You better do something, because you're lucky I'm not the president, because I'd be hitting this little button over here that Miss Bell can't hear, but all of you out there can hear.
You're fired.
That's right. You're fired. That button, the one where that was the president's voice right there. You're fired. Like, I'm hitting that button immediately with her, especially after that little exchange. But again, I'm gonna simmer down a little bit here, because that was just a minute. I'm sure she probably sat in there for, good God, probably 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I have no idea how long she was in there dealing with that disaster. So I only get a snippet. And while I enjoyed her little, like, fuck you, Blumenthal, but I wanted her to go to the next level. It's like, hey, babe, you smacked him, but now I want you to punch him. I don't want you to just smack him. I don't want you to toy around with him. I don't want you to be like he's the mouse and you're the cat and just play with your food. I want you to fucking sink your teeth into this jackwad. Like, come on. Here's your opportunity. So anyways, that's where I'm at, Ms. Bell. That's the little, I mean, I know. I didn't see shit, and I probably needed to listen to the whole damn thing, and I wouldn't be as angsty, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the temperament of the exchange that she had with all of these people it wasn't much different than that. I probably would have been disappointed with the whole damn thing. So, is anybody being arrested yet? Has anybody?
I'll tell you not to listen to it then.
Wait. You're telling me I'm right? It's the same temperament.
No, I'm not telling you you're right. I'm just telling you not to listen to it.
Wait. I'm confused now. Hold on. All right, wait. So
just listen to the words and don't analyze and just don't listen to it. I know you. Don't bother.
Jiminy Christmas. So I said it's probably all the same, and you're saying it's not, but don't listen to it. So then, if it's not all the same, then I should listen to it. Or wait, now stop fucking with. Damn it! What the hell? I feel like I just got put into one of these things where I'm kind of forced now to listen to it, and Miss Bell wins now because she's like, "Ha ha! I got you, motherfucker. Now you have to listen to it." Oh fuck! Damn you!
I know. I can't hear the fun sounds, darn it. How come it doesn't work on this side?
I don't know. Well, I've got the 4 buttons that will work on this side, but then I've got all these other buttons from the different device that it won't, and I don't know why it won't just transfer over. So,
well, I heard some of that when I was on the Rumble, and I was like, oh, that's fun. So,
yeah, all of those,
good ones.
Those are the ones that you can't hear when you're in the space, but everybody else hears over there on Rumble. Yeah. Sorry. That's why I hit all of those when you were over there, so you could hear what you won't hear when you're in the space.
Yeah, that's like I was saying. Those are fun. You had some good ones.
Yeah, you like those?
I did.
The
I really liked them all. I thought it was funny.
I'm getting pretty handy with that, aren't I?
You are.
And I can
creative.
do it in real
and I
time.
like your intro to your stream. It was nice.
Miss Bell, I've been doing those intros for like the last 2 years.
I know, but I'm just referring back to it just to let you know.
I know.
Giving you kudos. My
Gosh,
goodness.
That
goodness.
That tickles my cackles right there.
Oh, my stars.
Hey.
It starts. It started.
No.
It started.
No.
I'm just making it clear because this is in transcription. He started it. I did not.
No, but I was just going to say, when's the last time that word was in anybody's transcripts? I win. I used the word cackles. Again, there's twice now in a transcript. Boom. Boy, I'm bringing the heat all the time. How many times do they have to pull out a dictionary? Be like, what the fuck did he just say? What is that word?
No.
No?
No.
They understand. Well, I mean, I don't know who we're dealing with here. I mean, I don't know.
I do.
Oh, my goodness. Well, now you're tickling me even more there. Careful.
My goodness.
What oh, shoot, now I got to look it up again. I can never remember the word. That word, the brain sexuality thing, you get turned on by intellect. What is that called? I can't, that starts with an S. Something, fuck, why can't I remember? Help me out. You know what I'm talking about. Because you are that person.
Exactly.
I know. And I always brain fart it. I'm like, because I know it, and I've said it, but then it's like when I try to recall it, and I'm like, damn it, I've lost it for a second. Anyways, yeah, I'm on to you, babe. All right, whatever.
You wish you were.
Damn you, vile woman!
If only brain waves could secrete. Damn.
Stars.
It wouldn't be the sheets that were wet. It'd be that pillowcase all the damn time.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Ms. Bell's pillowcase.
You loving that pillow, are you?
Oh, jeez. I'm glad I can get your day off to a good start like this. Good old laugh
Cheers,
fest.
that's funny. Oh, man. Yeah, it's starting to cool down here, and boy, Heidi, I'm not used to this kind of cold weather this early in the year. My mind is still on the border. You know, I'm still wearing sundresses and sandals. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I haven't wrapped my head around it, so I have sweaters galore. Like, you're freezing. I was like, I am. It's cold here. And we'll see how I do in the winter, because I not had to, other than been doing stuff in Colorado, but I don't have to do that much. And I'm like, boy, I'm here for months. Ooh. Yeah. Except for break time, I'll probably take a break, like I told you before.
You might have some fun with this. You and your little dresses you're running around with. Wear the waffle knit long johns under one of these times. It's when you're getting a little cold. So everybody has to do the double take. Like, wait, what the heck is she? What? Oh my gosh, that's waffle knit undies? Wait, what? That's right. Now we're country girl. We're still got the summer dress on, but we got the long johns. Well, that'll get some of the guys' attention at that point. Might get some of the women's attention. And if you go like a month
look at me like I'm some retarded lady.
I mean, it's either that or you can just stop shaving for a month or two.
Watch
the hair grow.
My stars.
Look, Sasquatch lives.
Stars.
You can be one of those like tree hugging hippies that braid their leg hairs at that point.
Oh, my stars. How many shots did you take?
0 shots. I was the designated driver, and I just
nice.
I just have had such a good night interacting with people, and
any good combos that you have with these strangers?
The last place, I mean, every time is a good conversation, but the last place was the only one that we kind of talked politics a little bit, and it came up just kind of off the cuff, just a little side remark. And the bartender was telling a story about a lady that came in from her rancher lady. And she came in with her ranch hand. Her ranch hand being her dog. Her dog's very well mannered, and she doesn't need a leash for the dog. Well, sadly, in town and in the restaurants and bars, there's Oregon's crazy about certain things, so you got leash laws. So apparently the interaction between the bartender and this lady got a little heated because the ranch lady said, and I would have laughed my ass off if I had been there when this happened. I would have laughed because I get it. Ranch lady says, my dog self-identifies as unleashed. He don't have to be leashed.
That's funny.
Yeah. But now the bartender, who also has dogs, she's like, yeah, my dog's never leashed either. I get it too. I get exactly where she's coming from, but we have these darn rules, health inspection rules and town rules and all this crap. And I'm like, yeah, but you gotta give it to her. And she's like, but this is this town. And I'm like, what's this town supposed to mean? Well, you know how this town is. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's conservative. It's a pretty conservative town. But you got to understand something. It's conservative in comparison to the next bigger city down the road. And that city's conservative compared to the next bigger city down the road. You forget we're on a sliding scale here. So when you start getting further away from the city, real conservatism, real constitutionalism is out there where she's living, out on that big ranch out in the middle of nowhere, where she doesn't give a fuck about your courtroom. She doesn't give a fuck about your city laws. She doesn't give a damn about any of it except for that United States Constitution. And that Constitution doesn't say a damn word about a leash on a dog anywhere in it. So pound sand. And we all laughed about that because she got it, and she's like, oh, shit, I never thought about it that way, where we have this sliding scale of conservatism. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, it's the idiot Canadians up there that think that they're conservative, but as soon as they move to the United States and they start looking at the voting docket, and they're like, oh, well, we're going to vote this way, and guess what? Lo and behold, the most conservative Canadian ends up voting Democrat here. I'm like, uh-oh. So there's that sliding scale. It depends on where you're from. It depends on who you're around. It depends on the ideology and the culture of your region. Just thank God that here in the state of Oregon, we have a lot of people that live outside the city who are very constitutional on a level that the majority of the country doesn't understand any longer. And I said that can be said for Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, Nevada, Arizona. The whole West Coast has conservatives like they have zero clue about east of the Rockies. And east of the Rockies, there's some conservatives just like these ones that I'm talking about right now, but they're few and far between. And good God Almighty, they hope to God we never meet and form a militia, because then they've got trouble. They don't want us talking. That's part of this whole thing. They don't want the actual constitutionalist conservative to come out of the woodwork. Because the constitutional conservative is not a Republican. Constitutional conservative is not a Democrat, liberal, Republican, religious nut job. It's nothing on either side of the fence. That constitutional conservative wants to conserve the United States Constitution, wants to preserve it, protect it, and defend it. And that means independence, individuality, liberty. End of story. Game over. And we had a great conversation about that, and we had a good chuckle. But apparently the lady was so disgruntled, the rancher that had come in was so disgruntled, she took her dog outside and sat her dog on top of one of the tables outside and just had her dog sit there with no leash, sitting just... It's like this story just keeps getting better and better. Good God. I loved it. I'm like, this is just a display of somebody in full control of their farmhand, their dog, and their friend, and just showing my dog's not harming anybody. My dog's not doing anything wrong, and we're good. So what's the difference between my dog sitting on this table without a leash or with a leash? Not one damn bit.
Well, I think that's each his own. It is an animal, first and foremost. I know they can be our friends and our pets and all this stuff, but those places are not built, nor were intended to have animals of any form of any kind.
Correct.
To be present. So. Ugh.
It was just driving home a
point.
Oh,
I get the point.
Yeah.
But from the other perspective, I'm like,
well, I get it too. She needs, because I'm like, well, she needs to understand where she just walked into, and in order to preserve this business without getting a big fine for letting somebody walk in here and just have their unleashed dog, because she's not the one that gets the fine, it's the establishment. So. You know, she's got to realize that. But I still got a good kick out of it. So, because those are the type of people we need, though, in this country. We need that stubborn ranch girl.
I agree. It helps.
You have to have that. Because if you don't have that mentality...
I think we've lost a lot of that. Is what because it used to be this way.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or at least, a lot more prevalent, I guess.
Right. Because if you get too complacent, where you just give in all the time because you're trying to take the high road, and you're like, oh, I'll take the high road, I'll give in, I'll turn the other cheek or whatnot. That ruins.
That gets old.
Yeah. And it detracts from the Constitution, because at some point the person who's flexible, willing to be flexible, just in the name of getting along, go along to get along. Going along to get along ends up destroying the country. You have to have a buck stops here moment. You have to have a place
That would
of
be
line in the
nice.
sand.
That would be nice.
Yeah, well, you and I are a dying breed, and I just like that lady out there that the rancher. She's part of that breed that we're part of, cut from the same cloth. And boy, oh boy, we don't have very many of them left.
That's a shame.
It is. It is. So,
how did your son, have the son interact, being a young man that he was and up and coming? Did he interact well with these kind of conversations?
Oh, yes.
Good.
He was bragging
good.
about his job where they just ousted the last liberal on his crew. His whole crew has been slowly getting rid of the liberals from their crew by just lambasting them until they quit. He's like, our last liberal quit, finally.
He just couldn't stand the truth, so they just bailed, huh?
I was like, holy shit, dude, you like seriously? I love it, but it's like you gotta be careful talking to people about this stuff. Like, oh boy, but yeah, his crew is for what he's doing. He's tossing tires. He's loading big 18-wheel tractor trailers. He's loading them with tires. And loading them, unloading them, and he's
what a great workout!
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing that, and
he's
going
to be buffed.
Yep.
Woohoo! His girl is gonna love it.
Yeah. Ooh, listen to you. You got some thoughts there, don't you?
I'm just saying, I know what young girls like.
He's chucking tires, and it's made up of younger guys, right? Primarily. I think the oldest guy on their crew is like 40 years old, and
that's pretty young
for chucking tires. No, 40 years old is pretty old for chucking tires, but like the majority of them are in their 20s, right? So they've made it an effort to go after anybody who doesn't think like they do, and not like bully them or whatever, but they'll tease them, lambaste them a little bit, and kind of razz them while they're working, just talking, because they're out there running around throwing tires. Why not talk a little shit while you're doing a little competitiveness? Who can load the trailer faster than the next guy? So, because they each are responsible for their own trailers. They don't load a trailer together. They all have their own, like he'll offload and load 10 trailers in a shift. And that's actually pretty significant when you think about how big those trailers are. And he's hucking the tires in and then stacking them and whatnot. It's significant. And these tires aren't light. They're big tires. So, yeah, if you're on a crew of a whole bunch of young men that are competitive and very Trumpian, and you're the one liberal.
Trumpian.
Yeah, you're I don't know what else to call them at this point. The Trumpians out there. It's much better than the MAGA. Anyways, Trumpians. So he's a part of the Trumpian crew here, and they've just ousted their last Bidenist. So it's like I'm so proud of him, and he handles these conversations pretty well. But he's young, so that late teens, early 20s. There's a little bit of a different vibe, especially with his generation. He wears the assholes live forever paraphernalia. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Yeah, assholes live forever.
Mm-hmm.
He's a huge fan of that.
Okay.
Yep. When he first got into it a few years ago, he gave me some assholes live forever stickers, and he's like, "Oh, can I buy you this? Can I buy you that?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate it."
We already know he's an asshole. He doesn't need reminding.
I don't need it stamped on my forehead. I exude asshole. I don't need a T-shirt to let people know.
My mouth just lets everybody know.
That's right. That's right. Hi, Pam. Shout out to Pam while we're talking about me being an asshole. Much love, Pam. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the vibe is anymore, other than when I'm involved with talking with people. 'Cause I don't know what the rest of the people. I don't know how other people interact at a bar, but he seemed, being a kid, he seemed to interact pretty well. He's a little standoffish to a point, even though he's outgoing. Like him interacting with Cowboy Dan was kind of awkward. Like Cowboy Dan was really wanting to lean in and talk to him and try to have a good man-to-man conversation. And they were sitting right next to each other. We're at a horseshoe type bar where it's rounded, and so we could all converse. But he was sitting right next to Cowboy Dan, and he very respectful, whatnot. But it wasn't like when I was 21. If I had a gentleman, and I did when I did have gentlemen like this around me, I leaned in and we had long conversations about stuff. I soaked up everything that they were willing to tell me. But my kid, not so much. But he was also really into talking to his mom tonight about a lot of stuff too. So that might have had something to do with it. If mom wasn't there, maybe the vibe would have been a little bit different. I'll give him that
it's his
benefit.
birthday. He's there with his mom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that. So I don't know. It was all good. Just
that's wonderful.
I don't know.
Always good to have a good outing. Good surprises. I love surprises and good outing.
Yeah, definitely surprised me. We had a plan. Our plans for tonight were completely different than what they ended up to be. So, yeah, it was good.
Nice, pleasant surprise. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you didn't get your Taco Tuesday then.
No.
You always go to get a taco, run through, get a taco.
Right, which it's like whatever. I don't have to hit every Taco Tuesday, but
Oh, I'm just teasing.
Next Tuesday, I'll do Taco Tuesday by myself. I'll go find a taco somewhere, or maybe I will convince my friend Joanne to go out to Taco Tuesday with me. So, since Aaron will be out of town, so I'll have 3 be surrogate Taco Tuesday people.
Let's see what happens.
Are you,
knowing you
can. You and Pam gonna fly out together? Come visit me for Taco Tuesday?
No, some of us are busy working.
All right, now hold the phone. You just said I was going to end up meeting Pam soon, so I figured there might be some kind of work offer on the table with that. Then, like, am I going to be doing some work, or?
I'm busy working.
You're too. Oh, of course. You're just enough to be able to drop a nugget in my lap for me to chew on and then obsess about for the next fucking however long until then I realize you've just screwed with me yet again.
I can't share what I know on live. You know this.
You couldn't. You won't. You know what? That's the thing. You know what? I'm calling you out on live right now. See, everybody, Miss Bell. She loves me and she hates me. There's this love-hate relationship. She loves to hate me.
I do not hate you.
She loves to hate me. In this fashion of she keeps information from me because she knows that if I have it, I will lean into it real heavy. And she just don't want that. And she finds it funny that she knows something that I don't know. It's like holding it over my head.
I know a lot of things that you don't know.
Yeah, I know. And you know that I know that, which also you love that part where I'm like, oh, damn it.
I don't think twice about it, to be honest with you.
Oh, see, and then she makes comments like that, everybody, where it's like, yeah, okay, more little digs.
Just being honest. Tander.
Damn you, vile woman!
Funny.
See, everybody? She holds this shit over my head. Because she knows she has to keep the leverage. She has to have leverage.
No, I do not.
Oh, you don't? So let me have the leverage for a second. I never have the leverage. Give me the leverage. She won't let me have the leverage. See, she gets quiet real quick. She's like, "No, hell no. You ain't getting no leverage, buddy. No way, bucko. No." Because she'll know what I'll do with the leverage at that point. Me, her, bottle of wine, little Frank Sinatra, and a wall. And maybe a hot fire going in the background.
Put your head right through the walls. That's what we're talking
damn it. Oh, boy, that sounds like a good time, actually, when I think about it. This would be great. She's making promises now, everybody. Love it. Love it. You heard it here first. She wants to put my head through a wall.
My.
Which wall is it? Which head is it that you're speaking of?
One that you're... I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Damn it, I almost got her, everybody. I almost got her in the bingo. Bingo. Anyways.
I missed your live from earlier today. I didn't. You just did headlines, or did you have a rant?
Oh, stop it! You know I ranted for an hour and a half. You know exactly what I ranted about.
Absolutely, I did.
It's in the transcripts.
Well, I don't get that till Tuesday.
Well, it was Tuesday. You know it was like emergency. Like, he just said some fucking shit right now, and you need to know it now. So here you go. Like,
I'm just asking. Forget it.
Forget it. How dare you?
Yes, exactly. How dare you?
I spoke on what I'm not supposed to speak on.
Oh. Okay.
I ranted for an hour and a half on what I'm not supposed to say. I called out every single social media platform owner, CEO, manager, whatever, upper staff of all the platforms, and only singled out a couple of them as being, look, these guys aren't that bad. They're not the rest of the retards out there I'm talking about. So, and which Elon was one of them. Actually, I think Elon was the only one that I singled out and said, he's not bad like the rest of you fucktards. Anyways. I leaned in today. The first hour and a half of my cast was me lambasting all the middle of the classroom sitters that now run social media and the internet. Yeah, I did what I wasn't supposed to do. The whole thing where, I'm not supposed to talk shit about the people I want to work with, even though I've quite honestly said I don't I don't right now. I do talk shit. I'm not supposed to, but I do. And then like today I just leaned in and said, you guys are even bigger losers than I've ever actually said. And yeah, I went in that much more and actually started outlining who they really are as human beings. Yeah. Like there's the psychological side of things. Like, not them personally, like, not naming them and then going boom, which, oh, by the way, I could start actually picking out their profiles and start really lambasting them on whole other levels if I wanted to, but I'm not going to go. They're not worth my fucking time. They're little piss ants in the world. So, but that I didn't do that, but I went and just kind of broke this down, and then I just said, quite frankly, and I find this a nice discussion. These assholes that I speak of, they look at me as the prototype for what treated them wrong in high school. I'm the prototypical person that picked on them, teased them, shoved them in a locker, gave them swirlies, put them upside down in a trash can. They think that's me. And so if you go and listen to what I said, though, and I will say it again, but I'll shorten it real quick, I'm not that guy. I never put anybody in a trash can. I never gave anybody a swirly. I never shoved anybody in a locker. But guess what? I had those things done to me, you dumb motherfuckers. I had that shit done to me. I had groups of guys attack me and do that shit to me because I could do circles around them on the baseball field, on the basketball court, on a football field. I could run faster than anybody on the track, jump higher, jump farther. But I was tiny. I was a tiny guy. And so they physically, if they could get their hands on me, which I was really squirrely, but once they got their hands on me, I was fucked. Until the day I actually started growing and I got bigger than the rest of them. And that was the day I left that damn school. Made my point and walked out. That was the end of my athletic career. I never got to actually enjoy an athletic career as a full-grown male because, yeah, that sucks because of how good of an athlete that I was when I wasn't even full-grown, going up against full-grown males, and I was just a little squirt, making them look bad. Just think what I would have done to them as a fully grown male. But yeah, I was the one that was picked on. I was the one that was what you would call bullied, but I don't see it that way. It made me tougher, made me angry, made me hate. Boy, and hate's powerful. It's a powerful tool. And the people that I'm talking about out there, the nerd, dork, dweeb, freak fucks out there, they never got picked on like I did. And I broke it down, the cliques, the communities, you know, the whole divisive bullshit within a high school corridor, you know, the hallways of the high schools where you got this clique and that clique, and you got the band geeks, you got the choir geeks, you got the people that spent all the time in the library, you got the jocks, and you got this, that, and the other, and you got all these people. I tried to hang out with all of them. I floated. I was the social butterfly. But what I always ended up doing is I talked to the librarian. I talked to the principal. I talked to the office, the high school office staff. I talked to the English teacher. I talked to the math teacher. Those were the people I went
You
and
talk
talked
to anybody.
No. I talked to the
No,
adults.
you talk to anybody.
I talked to the adults because I got shunned from all of the kids' cliques that were my own age. I got shunned. I got picked on. I got teased, which I was fine with. But when you get thrown into a bathroom stall and your head shoved in a toilet and the toilet flushed, swirly, you get shoved in a locker, you get put upside down in a trash can. Now, that didn't happen a lot. It only happened when they could catch me.
Just fight back.
Oh, I did. And guess who got in trouble? Because I didn't fight back just physically. I fought back verbally. And boy, did that make them want to jump off bridges. But see, that was, like, I went into a whole rant about that today where, you know, it's just like, look, you guys want to define me as the person that was your enemy when you were going through school. I wasn't your enemy. I was the guy that stuck up for your dumbasses. I was the guy that kept people from attacking you because I could. But you dumb fucks, you stupid fucking freaks, you weird little shits that now control the whole goddamn world, I'm sick of it. You guys shouldn't be in control of it. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You've made the world worse. That was my rhetoric today in today's cast. Yesterday's cast, I guess, now, looking at the time. But that was it. It's like you guys fucked up because you don't understand. You've misdefined a lot of shit. So you look at people like me and you just think, oh, we're the nasty jocks that teased you, which, by the way, that's something I touched on too. The jocks weren't the ones really shoving people in lockers. They weren't the ones really putting people upside down in the trash cans. The jocks weren't really doing the nasty shit that the nerds and dweebs think was happening. That's just kind of a misnomer. But anyways, whatever. So that's what I talked about today. So I really leaned into shit that you flat out told me, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Well, you know how I work. You said I not to do it, and I did it. So fucking A. There it is. So now I've hurt everybody's feelings out there because I spoke truth, and they're like, what? What the fuck? That guy, he never got shoved into a locker. You want to fucking bet? That guy, he never had that shit happen. You want to fucking bet? I wasn't the cool kid in my school.
Imagine that.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, imagine that.
Everybody knew me. Everyone knew me. But no, I wasn't like the kid that they invited to all the parties. I wasn't the kid that they wanted to be seen around all the time. I wasn't the kid that they cheered for. I was not that kid. I was the kid on the team that they wanted to fail, even though they wanted the team to win. Sorry, I'm the first chair in band. I'm the lead sing in choir. I'm the all of that, and then yeah, but I'm still the hated guy. Nothing like being hated by all of them. All of the cliques hate me equally. All the communities.
I look at it as, why would you care? Because I don't care.
You don't care. And honestly, I don't care until I want to try to make a point and go after people that make a faulty move on how to define me.
I have to give a shit in order for it to make a difference to me. Otherwise, it doesn't make a difference what you say or think. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, you at this point in your life, but you and I have talked about this. It matters to people how they're defined. It matters whether they want to admit it or not. If people define you in such a certain light, that affects, it's a domino effect. It affects everything past that. It's that whole first impression thing. You make a bad first impression, you're never recovering from that. It's very rare. So while you might say it doesn't matter what they think, and I feel that same way too, trust me, I've proven that time and time again, because if I cared what they thought, I wouldn't go after people the way I do. I'd be like, oh, Pam Bondi, she's so great. She's so amazing. She's doing such a great job. I would blow so much smoke up her rear end and anybody that's around her just so I can maybe gain favor. But you damn well know, I'm not trying to gain favor. I'm just trying to tell the truth. You ask me a question, you're just going to get the damn truth from me, whether you like it or not, which has been my downfall. No, I'm not supposed to tell the truth.
It's not a downfall.
I'm supposed to lie, damn it.
It's not a downfall. It's all how you think of it. No, it's not. Well, maybe in certain circles, because think about this. Why would they? Does it bother people to hear the truth? Because they're the ones in denial, not you.
Yeah, but when we talk about
they can't handle the truth.
Right. Oh, you want me to hit the button? There.
You can't handle the truth.
There, I hit it for you. There.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So, okay, you're right, and you're right. But I'm also right with this. It's we've had these conversations. It depends on where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do. I'm not even trying to do anything in particular.
I have shared with you, I've had many doors shut on me. I've had many obstacles.
Yep.
I didn't care.
Yep.
Read between the lines is pretty much what I'd say, and I've made it myself.
Yeah, those two lines that are created between those three fingers in the middle of your hand. Those two lines, read between those
Imagine
two.
that.
Yeah.
You just can't worry about that.
Well, but
I'm that country girl that you were just talking about. Yeah, screw it. I got life to live, things to do.
That's a hot lady right there. I don't care what anybody says. That's a hot lady.
It's our generation. I bet she was my age. Sounds like it.
Yeah, I think she was in her 60s or so, maybe close to 70s.
Okay.
I mean, we've got a lot of old ranchers here that are like that. They ain't pulling any punches with this shit. So, but it's funny psychologically though. I guess maybe not funny, but depending on the path that you choose to walk. Is how you navigate the care. Do I care about this or do I not care about this? You know, and for me, I've navigated my life in such a horrible manner, but it's been a great manner, right? Like, depending on whose perspective, you could make a case for it's been great or was a disaster the whole time. Because if I just changed how I talked, as you always say, if I just changed a little bit here, and instead of, if I did just a slight different rhetoric, then things might be several $billion difference in my bank account right now. But I've chosen to stick with a hard line in certain points, because you've seen me. I'll be flexible. I'll even bend over backwards in certain circumstances to be a little bit more hospitable in certain cases. But that's very rare. Maybe.
It's definitely not you.
No, it is me. It's just
Oh,
not.
oh, okay.
No, it is me. I am a person that's very hospitable. I avoid conflict like the Black Plague. So, but if I can't avoid it, or if it's right there in front of me, it's not
See, I'm
even
the
conflict
opposite.
for me.
I'm just face it, get it over with, so we can move on to greener pastures, people. Avoidance is not a good thing.
Right. I agree, because that's probably been my biggest downfall personally in my life. Is because once I define somebody as something, or I see a storm brewing with a certain entity, I just won't ever talk to that entity again, because I don't want to deal with the storm. I've done that before many times.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't want to deal with the storm, so I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because it's just easier. It's better for that person. It's better for me. And if they really gave a shit, and they would seek it out and basically make me have to deal with it, if it mattered that much to them. But it's never mattered that much to anybody that I've dealt with in the past. So then it's definitely not a big deal to me. So, but that's my path that I walk. So, it's just easier that way. But some
That's
people
what works for you.
Well, I mean, has it worked for me? Yeah, in some respects.
That's what I'm saying. If that's what works for you, good.
Yeah, but then I would say it doesn't. It also doesn't work for me, depending on how you're defining these things. So, psychologically and emotionally, it works for me just fucking fine and dandy. Financially, it does not work for me, not one bit. So,
it's a crazy world out here.
You've been sharing with me lately that it's a lot harder now than it was, say, 40, 50 years ago.
It's definitely much different, yes.
Do you think it's because of that emotional side of things for people?
Yes.
They just can't handle the...
Stupid is as stupid does.
Can't handle the truth.
So that is a big part of it. A lot of people are avoiding things. And people don't understand compromise, I don't think, so much either.
Love that word. Compromise. Cooperation.
There you go. That's even better. Absolutely.
That was the first word I ever
Bingo.
spoke.
Really?
Yeah. Cooperation was my first word. It's not even a joke. Yep.
That's a big word.
Yeah, outside of first real word outside of mom and dad or whatever, dada, mama. Those aren't words really to a kid at that point. Actual word, cooperation. That was the first one for me. Yep. Go figure. Least cooperative person on the planet. Oh, I'm willing to cooperate. No, the compromise, like what you're talking about. When I was young, I think I've shared this with you, and I'm going to share it for everybody to hear. When I was young, I was willing to talk to people and hash things out. Like if I was disgruntled with something, or I thought like somebody was disgruntled with me, I wanted to make good. I wanted to, like, oh, let's smooth this over. Let's talk about it. There was a point in time early on, I think it was 5th grade or 6th grade, right as I was coming into junior high, where I just was like, it isn't worth it. It doesn't matter to these people. They don't care. They're going to take this as an opportunity to see my weakness and then screw me again. They're just going to see that I'm over emotional or this, that, and the other, and it's not a strong emotion. It's a weak emotion to compromise and cooperate to a certain extent, and it's not doing me any good. I just keep getting I just keep getting my feelings hurt, for lack of a better term. I keep getting walked on. So I just said, fuck it. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just going to avoid smoothing things over with anybody at any time because it's not worth it. And so that's basically been how I've dealt with things, unless somebody forces it on me, and then I'll deal with it. But it's not easy because I'm still very repellent. I am the oil, they are the water when it comes to that. I repel that type of interaction because I find it to be full of drama. Too many feelings, too many emotions, too many like, oh, wow, why did you do this? Why did you say this? Why did you say that? Why couldn't have you done this or couldn't have said that? Like, the he said, she said fucking emotional drama bullshit that you found in junior high and high school. And I have just tried to avoid that like crazy. And by the way, that leads me back almost full circle to where I was explaining what I was saying in yesterday's Daycast. That's what got me going on the whole lambasting this certain group of people. Was I had gone into a space here on X and didn't say a word. I just was listening in, and it was a whole bunch of Brits. And the amount of emotional discourse that they were having, all drama, like what you and I experienced back in the day in TikTok. Stupid drama. And it's playing out on X Spaces now with maybe a little bit higher intellectual type people, but they are stuck in that psychological imposition where if somebody feels like you've done them wrong with your words, they want the apology, they want the friendship, they want to hug it out with a verbal hug or something. They want all of that crap. And someone is then using that as leverage to be like, yeah, you did wrong. You're less than me. Your virtue sucks and mine's above yours. And then there's I sat there and I listened to that the previous night, listened to this space for like an hour or so. Just my jaw hit the floor. I'm like, these are grown adults who actually can articulate their thoughts, their feelings fairly well, but they're still stuck in this drama. Like, holy crap, this is exactly why I avoid this shit right here. Where it doesn't matter what I say, someone's going to misinterpret it for their benefit, to make sure that they interpret it in a way that they're still above. They're going to either purposely misinterpret it or they have just a lack of comprehension, and you're stuck in this cycle of, if you're somebody that cares like I do, and Ms. Bell knows very well, I have way more care than I should ever admit to anybody, but I care enough to where I'm going to try to explain to you my position. And if you continue to just not get where I'm coming from, at some point, the smoke that you start to see come from my ears will then turn into flames because I start getting frustrated and pissed off that you just are that stupid that you don't get what I'm saying to you. So I avoid that shit like the Black Plague because the majority of people just don't get it. They don't get it, or they thrive off the drama, which I got a sense that British space that I was listening to was just a whole bunch of drama queens that thrive off the drama, the attention that comes from the drama. So I was like, so that kind of folds into my whole thought process with all of this stuff where, yeah, I'm fine with not smoothing things over because it's like, why do I need to go through that disaster of a emotional roller coaster with somebody where they're imposing their bullshit emotions on me? Shit. If we could share an emotional moment where there's no bullshit involved with the emotional moment, where we can understand each other's the sadness or the anger or the anxiety, the fear, like if we could share that and do that together and understand and really be open with our hearts and have good dialogue with that, then let's do it. Awesome. But I never see anybody have that. It's very rare. So, anyways.
Well, I don't know that I'd want to be in that kind of a room either, because it's a lot of immature individuals I don't want to waste my time with. Done that. I did. It gets out of hand, and I just don't enjoy it because people are not. Just like we had that one night from that fellow that came in. It was. Unfortunately, it was not productive because he would not get off the one subject. So I was like, yeah, either this is trolling and you're just being an asshole, and that's what they do, or you just really are missing the point and unwilling to listen. Because too many people were trying in there to try to get him to answer questions, but he would not answer the questions. I thought that's one of the two things. It's either speak on another account, just trolling us, or he just really was not willing to listen to anything.
Wait, did you just say it was me on another account? Wait, what? That was not me on another account. Holy crap. Wow. That was low blow. Wow.
Damn you, vile woman! Damn you, vile woman!
Wow.
And I'll be damned if I'm going to stand here and be lectured by a pervert.
Yeah. Wow. Out of all the people in the world to say shit like that to me, Jiminy Christmas.
How dare you?
Hey.
I like to push your buttons, but
oh baby, I've been trying to get you to push my buttons for a while. Maybe you can twist my knob.
I mean, you got to admit, Renee and I really tried to talk. I was trying to talk to him, and she was asking questions and trying to. It was just a very interesting event. So I was just like, if you're coming in, be productive in your talk. If you're going to discuss things of this value.
Well, religion and faith, very hot topic, right? It's a hot button issue, and for some people,
so stupid. It is. That is stupidity. Yeah. I'm just going to call it out what it is. That is absolutely pathetic. Stupidity.
And these people that take it in that context of hot button issue, they're offended by any kind of contrary thought or idea or any kind of critical thinking. People forget what critical thinking really is meant to do. It's meant to grow and learn more and get more out of the whole thought process and really dissect it and go in so many different directions to then maybe come back to the original and be like, yep, okay, that's the one. Or, well, let's here or there a little bit. But you don't have a lot of people doing that, especially when it comes to faith and religion. And again, people get really worked up about that crap. And wow, that's sad. Because it's people not willing to hear another person's testimony.
You're not open-minded. Yeah. Well, that too. You're not really hearing. Because he definitely had no faith. Everybody in that room and that lab was at one time or another was associated with some other form of religion. I think all of us have gotten off of it. It have just gone with our spirituality or faith, I guess you would call it. But we all came from a different perspective, which is what I found most intriguing. But yeah, that particular individual was just stuck and just wasn't willing to. You couldn't talk to him about anything. Prove me wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. You're not wrong. We're just respecting that that's your thoughts. And that's the difference between Americans and the rest of the world. We all have, it's in our culture, you have your right to say what you want, believe what you want, think what you want. Just don't inflict it upon, other people.
Right.
And that's really a hard concept. So I just wanted to point that out to you. This is what a lot of issues are across the world. It's not so easy for that because that's not what they are accustomed to. And so you don't think that way. So it can be really challenging to have conversations with outsiders.
When people don't realize that there are very few absolutes.
Exactly.
Very few absolutes.
Exactly. And science is not perfect.
No. Well,
and
science
I remind
proves
people
that there are very few absolutes.
Absolutely. Correct.
I need to get that soundbite right there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Correct. That's a good one. But that's a part of the reason why I struggle in some cases with this whole smoothing things out with people, where I just rather divert and be like, all right, I see the writing on the wall here. I see the disaster that could come. I'm not saying it would for sure in every case, where maybe I've missed out on opportunities to further relationships with people, friendships or beyond, because I've just decided this is going to potentially be a disaster, because I'm going to not be in a world of absolutes with my dialogue in trying to discuss whatever this is, and whoever I'm dealing with will be absolute in their thought process and their dialogue.
And you have to admit, you get a lot of that since I've known you on all your lives, and that usually is what is that concept of, or the conflict that arises is because that one party or a party of that conversation just is stuck there, and it becomes offensive to somebody or offends their idea, which is their feelings. I am not discounting feelings whatsoever, but you have to be able to control and regulate. And that's one step to control that, is to just listen to those other words. You could just cherry pick, if you have to, what somebody else is, and think, well, that might work for me, and then grow with that idea. You're right. People just don't grow with it.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have to hold on to it, but just to, chew on that thought process for a while. Thoughts don't mean you have to be concreted into it as absolute. It's just a thought. That's where critical thinking comes in. Oh, my goodness.
We don't have, well, now do you see what I've been saying since I've known you? People do not do this.
Yeah.
In real time, in a conversation with whoever. No wonder our divorce rate. See, this is another thing I worked on all my life. Why the divorce rate is so high, why it's been increasing over my lifetime. It's because that very thing.
Yeah.
People cannot critically think in real time, process it out. There's many reasons as to why that's, but you know what it's going to always boil down to? Yeah, education.
I think this is what's led to some wars in the past.
Absolutely.
The inability to detach from the absolutism of an emotional thought.
Another tism.
Oh, fuck, the tisms. Yeah, well,
it is.
Then you find yourself in a position that you can't now step back from, because then you feel like you're now showing weakness. So if you realize you've misstepped in the wrong direction, and the direction is being more aggressive because you're trying to hammer home your point, you can't. It's hard to retract. And so with countries, nation states, they don't want to show their weakness, so they have their little groups behind closed doors talking about stuff, and they might even admit within those closed doors, oh, we fucked up here. We misinterpreted this. This isn't what it is, and we really don't want war, but we've already gone there. So now we have to double down on it. Fuck it. I guess we can work. We're all in. How many times has that happened throughout history? I would like to think. I believe that it's happened more than I'd want to admit that it's happened. If you start really diving into the social part of running countries, a lot of wars have happened just because of that crap. So, where are we at right now in the world today? I think we're on the precipice of something nasty if we can't pull back because with the emotional stuff and just realize, hey, maybe we as a people, I'm not talking about countries right now, I'm talking about us as a people around the world, maybe we've gone a little bit too far with some of this shit. Maybe we need to critically think our positions, depending on where we're at in the world, what country we're a part of, what our faith is, this, that, and the other. Maybe we need to reassess where we're at with stuff and then move forward.
I can't remember which. I read so much stuff all day long. There's two things I wanted to bring up to you, and I forgot who the reporter. Gosh darn it! It was over in UK.
Mm-hmm.
Why they're having the issues that they're having, and really what it stems from is the bottom line is that they're tolerating so much of this influx, the refugees, the foreigners coming into your country, and they are taking over because they're using, let's just say, free speech against us. They're using our own stuff against us instead of being a part of the system. They find how they can manipulate it to gain, obviously, what's going on over there. But it's basically tolerating, and people have been tolerating much. And this is what happens when you don't fight back. And it's really not fighting back as much as it's just standing for what you believe in, such as what we always talk about as the Constitution. But I have to find that article for you and send it over to you. I'll try to remind myself. And then there was something over in Switzerland, and I can't remember. I have to find. I wanted to bring that up. Don't let me forget to send that over. I think you'd find it very intriguing. So, because it really stands to the point of what's going on here in America, what they've been dealing with for a few years. Now we're dealing with it at a faster rate than what some of the European countries have dealt with. Really, very interesting.
Right, and I think the tolerance is a brilliant way to come at it. They do tolerate because they're socialists, they're communists, so they try to tolerate to then control. It's a tolerant control mechanism. So we tolerate and then we control. You can't do that with what they're facing right now. You can't tolerate it and then control it because it's spun out of control by the time you try to then fold it into your whole bullshit system you've got going on. So what we here in the United States need to learn is from them. And we can't talk. What did we just talk about?
I'll just interrupt you real quick and say, well, this is why we're supposed to teach them how to feed themselves and let them take care of it and not be the one to take care of it for them.
Right.
Where do we find that? How far back do we need to go? Several thousand years now? Imagine that. And I'm not even of your faith. So if this Jew knows this, it's like, hello, Christians. Learn your history. Learn your scripture.
We're just saying. We're just saying. we're just saying.
But it's true if you think about it. It is so accurate. Help them to learn for themselves. You grow your own food. Help you get your water supply system. Help them to do it for themselves. You mean self-reliant? My goodness.
Yeah, it's
that concept. That way you aren't controlled. You aren't manipulated.
Give a fish, it feeds them for a day. Teach them how to fish, feeds them for a lifetime.
Absolutely.
So,
see, it is. And that's basically where it's gone wrong over there. So.
Well, and that's
it's on here, obviously, in America as well.
Yeah, and that's where I was going to go with it, too, like to the point of the United States Constitution. So with the tolerance, so we can tolerate anything and anyone up until they do what? infringe on the United States Constitution. That's where the tolerance ends. That's where the buck stops. So when we talked about this, well, I guess last night with the test, the litmus test.
That's right.
Preserve, protect, and defend. Does this preserve? Does this protect? Does this defend? Does this do this for the Constitution, and does it do it for the people, the individual, the independent individual? If it doesn't do those things, if it doesn't cover all of that, then see you later. We don't have to tolerate it. Because the tolerance is in the Constitution, and if it doesn't fit in the Constitution, if it doesn't have, then we don't have to tolerate it. Period.
Exactly, and that has changed so greatly in our society.
Yeah, well, it's you, me, and what? How many other people have you found out there that figured this out a while ago and have been preaching it, and yet we've been stamped on how many times over? Good God. And it's by the people who want to manipulate the Constitution to fit a narrative that it just won't fit. I'm sorry, if you read the Constitution and you understand it, how it was written in its original form, not any of the extra fluff and stuff they added, original form, that's where we have to be.
Read the Constitution in sections every time you go live. That would be fun. So that way people hear, because I can tell you there's a lot of people who have not read it.
Well, it's been a while. I've told you this a while ago.
No, I
It's
just
been
meant
a
people
while
in
since
general
I've read it
that
myself.
don't know it at all, and
Right.
they're American citizens. And you're like, wow.
True. There's
The
new
system is-
citizens that know it better, that came in the right way.
Right,
and
exactly.
they learned it. And so those people, when they hear me talk or you talk, they're like, oh, hell yeah, we get it. And then, but that's it. That's it. So I guess maybe I need to do a civics
Now
class.
you know I've
Good
been
God
against
almighty.
get off social media. Either use it for good, but that's not how it's put up and set up. So it's used to manipulate. So what you're seeing in social media is what's going on in our little society. So either be a part of it or just do your thing. Oh, I like to do my thing. Thank you. It's more fun. It's more
Right.
fun.
Yeah.
It's free. It's so free and so grand. Just to go do you. Who gives a shit what other people think?
What was that whisper? Who gives a shit what other people think? I heard that.
I love teasing you.
Apparently,
I love teasing you.
Apparently, I have to though. This is the dichotomy, right? This is the problem,
What?
right? In order for me, okay, I'm just gonna look.
What the game is played right now, absolutely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's gotten weaker over my lifetime watching how that works. I didn't build it. I can't control it. I definitely would do better by it if I could. So.
Well, I was just gonna ask you: did Rush Limbaugh give a shit? He had to in the end, didn't he? Or was he already at that point where he still could be like, I don't give a shit, I'm doing what I want?
In the beginning, he did because, but you got to remember, see, that's why you have to be careful about thanking people from the past. You forget what it was like, the culture and society was at that time. He could get away with that because so many people still thought that way. So he had his audience. Today, even conservatives are not, there's some variety here of what they think conservative mindset is. You get too many that lean this way or might inch a little bit here in this direction. It's just a harder audience to pull people together. Since that big reasons talk about Charlie Kirk. He was bringing people together on certain topics that were made people very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Which I think it scared a lot of people, which is so stupid, but whatever. That's a discussion I don't have time for, but I'm just saying, it's just an idea.
He was starting to fall into a spot where I had been saying to you for quite some time, at some point, this is where it's going to be. Now, he wasn't quite where I'm at. or where I have been. He wasn't quite there. He still had his, where he and I would have had a few little interactions that would have been colorful. But he was more closer to where I was at as far as, doing his own thing. Whether I agreed with him or not, he was like, I'm going to just hammer this, and at some point, it's going to go in this direction. Now, he had way more, the wave was moving in his direction way more than I've ever had anything move in my direction.
But this is also a mission, and
Right.
he had different things that
Mhm.
he was doing, and
Yep.
I was just the concept I was trying to go with is that he was trying to pull people together on a mindset, and the numbers were growing, and he was actually hitting the most important age group in our America right now, and he was succeeding very well, very well.
The sad thing is, though, where I'm tying that with what I've been trying, the Constitution. He wasn't hitting the Constitution, though. He
No.
was, and that's what he and I would have went rounds with, because he was a little, and that he was kind of, he didn't scare me, but that movement. Where I'm always like, well, yeah, we need the pendulum swung way too far to the left. We need this pendulum to swing back. Where a lot of people are like, yeah, it needs to swing all the way to the right. And I'm like, oh, hell no, it doesn't need to swing. Like, do you understand what happens when it swings all the way to the right? That's that's just as bad as when it swung all the way to the left. We want it to get to that middle and sit in the middle.
Hence, I don't even want it in the middle. I don't want either one of the parties in there. I want it all focused on one thing. Like you say, the individual. We are all bound or united by the Constitution, which allows each individual to do that. We're protected in our laws. That's the law of the land, and that should be how we're governed.
Yep. United States Constitution, baby. That's the only way to go. And, it's funny. I do this little test from time to time. I'm always trying to build an audience, and I don't know what kind of audience I have. The numbers are all hokey, but I've already said to people the secret. They try to talk, the overlords of the internet or the social media platform, they can dictate your numbers at any time. They can show it be this, they can show it be that, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. And if you're paying attention to the numbers enough, your numbers will change in one way or another based on what you're talking about. So your numbers will go up if you're talking in the narrative that they want you to talk, and your numbers will go down if you're talking in the way they don't want you to talk, and they're trying to dictate how you speak through the numbers, hoping that you actually give a shit about the numbers. Now, I only care about the numbers in the fact that I'm reading them on a different level. I'm watching things, as you know, I'm watching things and kind of playing with things. And the other day, I was lambasting the left and I was lambasting the right. And I didn't lean into the right as hard as I should until a little bit later, because I had numbers, and it was funny because as soon as I went hard into the right like I normally do, and I'm not even as hard on the right as I am on the left. It's not equal necessarily. I still give a little, the right's kind of a little bit more with it than the left, but I still lambaste the right, as you know. And as soon as I said the word Republican and leaned in, Bell, the number went, whoa, down immediately. It was the funniest thing. I was like, interesting. How, and if it's really audience members at that point, which I don't believe it's real people just every time. Maybe there might be I don't know. But it was just funny to me how I'm being honest. I'm talking about the United States Constitution, and I am outing both sides of the fence for their bullshit. And as soon as I go into the right, whammo, I get the signal, which I'm like, those numbers, whether they were real or fake, it didn't matter. The signal was there. The signal was, you just said some shit we didn't want you saying. So there goes your numbers. There goes your audience. And maybe I didn't lose any audience. Maybe there was still 1 million people listening. I don't flippin' know. But they were trying to do the signal. And I just, fuckers. Like, I don't care. I'm going to be honest about this shit. People need to know. And the reality is, you know, at some point, if I keep hammering this, if I'm ever heard or, you know, whatever the case may be, there'll be a lot of people that fall in line with the United States Constitution, not because of my voice necessarily, but because they'll start to understand what I'm talking about, and they'll make the decision for themselves, which is what I'm always wanting people to do. I want them to understand the Constitution, go out and read it, go understand it from the point of view, the perspective of our founders and what they were really trying to create, and then think about it. Just think about it. Critically think about the United States Constitution, what it means to you to be independent, individual, with liberty, and what that means for the state of your being. I mean, that's deep stuff. I can't make people think one way or another necessarily. Those people have to come to it on their own. Now, that's the difference between me and Mr. Kirk there. Mr. Kirk, he had his own little thing going, which, hey, I've shared. Hats off to him. He did a great job, and he knew what he was doing, and he had, like you said, he had a mission. He was very well practiced, very well read, and he was able to. Boy, oh boy, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I got to say, he was like a Mormon missionary. You know, the guys that walk around with the white shirt and black slacks and the little tie, and they go door to door and they want to talk to you. And if you don't think that they don't have a door to door salesman routine, you haven't interacted with them more than once. I've interacted with those young men several times, many times probably at this point in my life. And they're all good gentlemen. They're very respectful gentlemen, but they have a routine. And they already have it lined out. You say this, they say that. You say this, they say this other thing. They have it where they can kind of shift on the fly, but it's it's orchestrated. And one of them, and they do it in twos because one has this personality, the other one has another personality. And based on who opens the door, based on the conversation, one of them takes the lead. And based on the rhetoric that they need to get across to you. It's brilliant on how they do it until they run into somebody like me or Ms. Bell. I'm sure Ms. Bell's had to deal with a few of these fine young gentlemen. But where I'm going with this is Charlie Kirk might as well have been a Mormon at this point. Seriously. Because of just his rhetoric on how he was getting things across. I mean, he could have easily been plopped right into the Mormon missionary statement there, which I don't know. Maybe he was a Mormon. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't. Anyways, because I didn't pay attention to what his actual. I think he just always said he was a Christian.
I didn't even pay attention to him.
Yeah, I don't.
Because it's just wasn't directed for my age group.
Right.
And I've met plenty of people that did not know him, and are now just learning to watch some of the reels. They say, and I was like, yeah, he's got some good points, and then he's got some bad points, but it's also coming from
horrible points
from your perspectives, you know.
But it's okay though. He was practicing what you and I preach about: freedom of speech.
Absolutely.
So go to it, buddy.
Absolutely.
And what better place than a place that you love, a place that I even love, even though I didn't spend a lot of time there, but university campuses. That's where the open dialogue, the civil discourse, these debates were supposed to happen. The meeting of the minds. If you couldn't find it at your tavern, if you couldn't find it at your restaurant, you couldn't find it out there in your public square, you went to a campus near you and you found the other individuals that wanted a higher level of learning, educate themselves, had access to libraries, were well read or well spoken, and you could then take your spaghetti of thoughts and throw it against that intellectual wall and see if it stuck. You just don't have that anymore. And as soon as you have a young gentleman like Charlie Kirk decide to then enact that process, and make headway. Because what we found out there, if you really want to do the dive on the Charlie Kirk phenomenon, what he found out was it's really easy to control the masses a lot more than anyone ever thought, because he could go in there, basically be a professor, unpaid professor, and look at the sheep just come flocking in. He didn't have to. It was not much of a struggle. He was battling the people with the most confidence to step up to the microphone. And those
some of those reels, I'm sorry, I just laugh because some of the people that would show up and say stuff, it's just was not. It's just too funny because you just see how stupid.
Mm-hmm. But they
this can't be real. This has got to be set up.
And they had the most confidence, though. And so, and like, I thought that too. And I still kind of think, some of this had to have been set up. But what happens psychologically, though, is the witness side of things, the observer, the person that's coming in that might actually want to step to that microphone and say something, somebody who might have more of a powerful voice. They see the interaction that he had with that person that you laughed about, the person I'm laughing about, and they're like, holy shit, I'm not stepping to that microphone. And then their voice gets quieter, and then they slowly move to the back.
But it wasn't smart. Yeah. What I'm thinking about, they did not come with accurate information. They did not come with the question they were wanting to discuss with this kid. Had to back their own material up.
Right.
They did. I've never seen one of them that came prepared.
Yeah, they didn't lead by example, and that's the bigger picture of it, isn't it? Like Charlie led by example. He came prepared. He had the talking points. He had everything lined out. He knew what to say based on any given topic that might be thrown at him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he embarrassed people in a I guess I took it in a different way, but he did it in a manner that I guess wasn't too horrible to some of these people, and it overwhelmed every campus. Anybody that came and watched, he turned people based on the interaction he had with others. It was probably one of the most brilliant tactics ever. But here's the thing. It's happening on social media constantly.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I do know.
Well, but they don't. They don't know. You know. I know. They don't know. Well, maybe they do. Whoever is out there listening, which is probably the people that I lambasted in my last cast. You know, whatever. No, and that's again. Oh, that's what. This is why I'm censored. I say shit nobody's supposed to fucking know or hear, or whatever. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Am I gonna?
That's why I said your voice is gonna come handy. It's just not right now for obvious reasons. You see this.
I do, but it's like, okay, hold on here. I need it to happen now for obvious reasons because I see the storm. Like one of the things. Conversation, the story I told you about the ranch lady that the bartender was telling me. I was telling the bartender that she needs to have a moment where she sits down herself and look at what's happening in Britain right now. And she really needs to chew the fat on that and then apply that crap to right here in her backyard here in the United States of America, because it's here. It's already here. It's nowhere near as bad as there, but it could blow up in our faces overnight if we don't, like, do something about this now, right this second. So, like, for me with the whole Constitution stuff, like, I need this to happen for my independence, or else we're going to have this weird, I mean, I'm preaching to the choir when you and I talk about it, but we're going to have this weird, crazy Twilight Zone thing come over us where this is not the United States of America anymore if we're not careful. I mean, we're right on the cusp of that. So the look on the bartender's face, it was like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, we got Great Britain, that's being influenced by Germany, the UN, whatever. We got socialism, we got communism, but then look at what they've done with shipping people in there from certain parts of the world with certain
If I'm
religions.
not mistaken, Germany just passed a law where the ladies that cover themselves up just can't do it anymore. So
Yeah,
I don't think that they're influencing much in UK right now.
Right, well,
It's quite the opposite.
but it's we talked about this the other night. But yeah, they've got some things going on, but you understand my worry with that. But that's a whole nother thing. But Britain has been influenced by the UN, Germany, with the whole social media censorship, this, that, and the other, where it's created this craziness. Now you have the other influence of the Muslims that have come in as supposedly asylum seekers, right, or whatever, and now they're imposing their shit. And then you see, because of the influence of Great Britain on their Commonwealth states, which people are like, oh, they're not common. What are you talking about? Well, yeah, Canada is still bending the knee and kissing the ring to their king, and so is Australia and New Zealand and, South Africa, and I think there's 50-some countries around the world that are part of the British Commonwealth. So, oh my goodness. So you look at the influence there and how we have a neighbor to the north that is directly influenced by Great Britain. Whether anybody wants to admit it or not, that's what's happening there. And you see where, oh my goodness, that's right, Michigan. You have this already in Michigan. Minnesota. Now, where are those states? Oh, they're border states with Canada. Uh-oh. This stuff, so it's like, okay, we see what's going on there. That's a barometer of sorts. And then we see Canada, and it's leaching here. You see your home state, Ms. Bell. People don't realize the disaster that's been with what we're talking about right now with the religious influence, with the knuckleheads trying to pray in the middle of streets. You guys down there had a town built that was all like an Islam town or something. I can't remember. You know better than I do, but
Yes, it was outside Dallas, and it was basically oh shoot, what they call it. But yeah, it's just what are the Muslims. And it's their own little city built up and trying to become its own little world inside our society. Definitely no, but the politicians knew about it.
Yep.
They just got their money out of it.
Yeah,
they allowed it.
Is that still there in operation? Is that still?
Of course, I'm not there. They're working on not allowing it to happen.
Okay.
Kind of too much has been already in place. They have a lot harder fight on their hands now, but they should be able. They should, if people stood up for what we're supposed to do. But
well, I hate that I'm about ready to say this to you because you know how I feel about this example. But man, I can't believe I'm going to say this. You guys have precedents in Texas to deal with these people. You've already set precedents. You know that, right?
And I know.
It's called Waco. Waco set that precedent.
Oh, geez.
So pull out the tanks. You did it once before. Pull out the tanks and just run everything. Just fire. Just burn it down. Run it over with the tanks. Like you.
Okay.
No, that sounds like. I'm fine with that. You already set precedents towards it with a shady situation there, which, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. But that's why I said I kind of, like, I can't believe I'm going to use this as an excuse for y'all, but I'm okay with helping you all in this situation. So there you go. You did it in Waco. You can do it there without a problem. I think, actually, you'll have more of the country on your side than
You'd be surprised. No, we wouldn't.
You don't what? What do you mean?
No. Mm-mm.
In this situation, you don't.
Nope.
Uh-oh. What's happened to our country?
I'm telling you.
What's the reasoning for not having the backing on that?
It's just my thought.
Oh, you don't have any. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, of course, you've got people on the left-hand side of the fence in Congress there that are a little shady that would definitely support shady
Send all those
business.
California people back to where they came from and let them continue to ruin the beautiful state of California. Leave Texas alone. Let us have our stuff.
Here we go. Here we go, everybody.
How dare you?
Here we go. Here, Ms. Bell and I
Well,
are going to argue
they're
over
infiltrating.
regions
No,
here.
they're infiltrating their stupid mindsets and their stupid left-wing ideology, and it's ruined Texas.
Are you sure it's just not the Michiganders that have moved out of Michigan when it got taken over and now have come to Texas? Are you sure it's not the Minnesotans that have moved from Minnesota to escape that disaster and then influencing Texas? Are you sure it's just all the Californians that originally came from Texas, moved to California, ruined California, and then now going back to Texas to re-ruin
You wish
Texas?
that was true.
I wish. Whatever. The history books tell us the truth. The truth is...
Well, then wake up and realize you're fucking wrong. And I actually cursed on there. You are so wrong. You are so dead wrong. If we're going to go with that, then those people who moved out from Texas in the West and moved out westward and stopped in Arizona even, but those people are long gone. It's their off-breed that we're sitting here dealing with this stuff.
The offspring of those knuckleheads. So it's even worse. So
you
now they're
raised
coming
them up
back.
there to be this stupid, and now yes, you did.
No,
yes,
we
you
didn't.
did.
We didn't.
Yes, you did. Absolutely, you did. It's your education stupidity out there, and your society norms out there that caused this.
Hot button. I touched a button. I love it.
Well,
when
I
we
have
get
a lot
like
of
this.
family out there. So I know.
Now, people, where's Miss Bell from? Oh, Texas. Where's her family from? Oh, Texas. And she just openly admitted that she has family in California now.
So and they're off-breeds from all of this.
You see the rhetoric here. You see the rhetoric, everybody.
Rhetoric,
the
ass.
Rhetoric.
This is not rhetoric.
I love it. Get me and Miss Bell in a flipping room somewhere with congressmen,
we'll
senators.
Just argue it out.
Oh, no, well,
amongst ourselves. Oh, Congress is here. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. You guys. Oh, you guys are. Oh, sorry. You don't matter. We're in.
Y'all can just listen in.
Yeah. Maybe you'll learn something from. Actually, they would be happy if we actually did that with each other, because the moment that we turned towards them and united our forces against them, they would be a little poo-poo in their panties at that point, because that would be.
They're going to think, I'm confused. You're arguing. Yeah, that's what makes it beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
I can argue with him all day long, but turn it on you real quick.
Yeah, and then after we're done arguing, we're going to go out to dinner and a movie and maybe have, sweet, beautiful lovemaking session afterwards.
No.
They'd be like, what the hell is going on with these two?
Aaron's going to kick you in the head. Aaron, it's not me, it's you.
I'm dying. This is great. This is great.
Oh, stars.
Well, they just look again. I'm going to pull a Jen Psaki here. Circling back. So with Pam, Ms. Bondi, she is sitting there in a situation like this. And, of course, I only had this little minute clip, but she's lambasting Blumenthal. And I'm like, if I had a Pam Bondi USA foam finger, I would have been like, yeah, rooting for her. Like, fuck that guy. And then I'm like, but then, like, why isn't she going in for the kill here? Why, so you and I might go in for the kill, so to speak, the verbal assault that just lambastes and puts them in their place, and then maybe even like, hey, we're going to try your ass for treason here, bucko, and we're going to let a jury of your peers decide, and, but why, you see this, these people don't respect the United States Constitution. Because they don't understand you and I being able to go at each other in jest, in fun. I mean, it's all for fun, but it's also meaningful too, because it's that sharpening of our minds and kind of it's critical thinking between two people on the fly. oh my God, oh, that's scary, but that's constitutional. That's how it's supposed to happen. And then we can break bread and share some laughs about it. And still be maybe irritated with some of the shit we say to each other. I mean, that's fair as well. But these people in Congress can't seem to do that. Can they? Like, what's going on with these people? How do we get these people out?
I think you heard Trump say, this was a few weeks ago, how Congress would, though they would be on two different sides of the aisle, they would still break bread.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't do that now. And I'm in the midst of this. That's not happening.
Yeah, the polarization, right? They just
It's
can't.
It's just absurd.
They can't meet. They can't meet in the middle and sit
There's
on.
no respect.
Yeah.
There's just no respect. And that needs. I'm sorry that's exactly what it always boils down to. Regardless if you believe in what the differences, you have to respect the differences. That's a challenge. It grows you. So.
Yeah. So is that an admission? With them not breaking bread in the middle, is that an admission by all parties involved that they are not there for the people? They are there for themselves.
Absolutely. Look at their bank accounts.
Well, I wasn't going to go there. I mean, that's
I always do.
That's low-hanging fruit.
I'm
I'm
about
going.
the
I'm trying
numbers.
to. Oh boy. All right. Well, okay. Fine. We'll take the low-hanging fruit. The bank accounts.
I mean, it is.
And the fact that they won't break bread with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they're there for the people, they will break bread with each other and talk about the people that they're there to represent. What's best for the people? Like, what are we here for? We're here to represent the people. What do the people need? And I've always said, like, if you're going to talk about that openly and really be genuine about it, you have to realize you can't take from one group of people and give to another. You just can't do it. And support them being able to try with no guarantee of success. That's the American way. But we are here to protect your ability, preserve, protect, and defend your ability to try. You just don't get a guarantee of success because there is no guarantee in that. And you have a whole bunch of people back there that are never really talking about how to preserve, protect, and defend the right to try anything. The preserve, protect, and defend on all of these levels that I was talking about yesterday with you and again today. They're not doing that. They want to control, they want to dictate, and they want to create a safety bubble. Safety, 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 control, control, control. We're going to do for you, we're going to do for them, we're going to do for all, but we're going to take from this group to give to those people. It is a Robin Hood effect with the government where we're going to take from the rich and we're going to give to the poor. I'm sorry, but that's a misinterpretation of the story. See, Robin Hood was one of the people that went and stole from the government and gave back to the people that the government stole from. But hey, we don't need to get into that, do we, Congress? Because then you guys, your butts are going to pucker real tight when that conversation happens, doesn't it? So, so how do you deal with these people, though? You're there, you're dealing with them, or trying to.
I'm exhausted. That's what I keep telling you. I'm exhausted. This is pathetic.
Well, how do you get rid of them, though? Like, there has to be a process to get rid of the people that are not there representing we the people.
It starts with the votes, the people who vote these idiots into their representation. So,
I mean, isn't there somewhere that you can call back to that says, all right, well, the vote's been rigged, and there's no way that you're representing the people. It's obvious. It's the will of the people. So is that the one moment the buck stops here where the will of the people overpowers the whatever's in place there? Because the vote isn't going to work at this rate. I love the whole voting, the voice of the people through the vote. I think each vote is worth a bar of gold. That's how important your vote is. However, if it's being rigged, if it's being stolen, I mean, how do you
See how messy it gets? It's very messy. If it's messy at this level, just think how much further it is here. It's runs deep.
Is that just where I get the phone call then to be like, hey, let him go talk to these people? We'll see. You want to talk about how Mr. Trump was the basically grenade thrown into the Senate with the original, that was the original thought process. Oh, the people just voted him in to cause chaos in government and, clean the swamp out. Well, the swamp isn't cleaned yet, Mr. President. I'm still rooting for you. I know you're working on it behind the scenes really hard, but what? I mean, you need to have a few voices like mine probably stir the pot even more. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm sure he's tired too. You and I have talked about that a few times. The president's got to be worn the hell out at this point, dealing with this disaster of a group of people that we've had in Congress. I mean, think about it this way, everybody, whoever's out there really listening. What's the average amount of time that people have been holding a seat in office back there in Congress right now? I mean, the average time is probably 20-plus years.
I would say it's even more.
Oh,
because look at the age of most people that are in Congress right now. So they're never going to pass the term limits because the people are selfish and they want to continue. I mean, every year these people make more and more money. When I'm like, you only have $173,000 salary. How do you have multi-millions? Which you hear all about anything, but nobody seems to want to hold these people accountable for it. So.
I'm raising my hand right now.
I know, me too. Me too.
I want to hold
Trust
them accountable.
Me too. I wish everybody would unite on thinking this is money. They're stealing it so many ways. It's not just a matter of their investments and so forth in the stock market. They're bringing this, but there's other means that they do that. But then think about you have to know how the stock market works and understand the buy-ins and buyouts or whatnot. It's just a ruthless game. Yeah, I'm like, they're stealing money left and right.
Yeah, we threw Martha Stewart in the clink for insider trading. I think there's probably at least, 75% of Congress right now?
And it was for like really small amount too.
Right.
And look what Pelosi is, millions upon millions of dollars of this gain from her inside trading. Look at her history of stock. Oh my stars. I wish people would stop wasting time looking at silly stuff online and shopping and doing this stuff and do the research themselves. Get people united. Get them to understand this is huge, people.
Well, I mean, the evidence is right there. It's, again, low-hanging fruit, right? Like, it's the easiest route, and then you add all the other stuff that's not such low-hanging fruit, and you've just got layer upon layer upon layer of evidence mounting against these individuals that consider themselves representatives. Actually, they don't. They've been telling us the whole time what they are. Like that damn word. We're politicians. Oh, okay. Well, so you don't represent the people. Nope, we're politicians. Oh, fuck. There we go. So, they haven't really been lying in that sense. They're telling the truth that they've been lying. And so if you have the low-hanging fruit of like the examples that you're giving, we shouldn't even have to really try very hard to get the majority of people here in this country to understand that. I mean, maybe that. Oh,
what did you say? Oh my God.
The majority of this people to understand.
Oh,
I know.
stars.
I
How dare you? How dare you?
That's right. How dare I think that our population is intelligent enough to
There
read
you
the
go.
sign
There
that is
you
right
go.
in front of them? And
Well,
here,
even care. Just care that this is happening to you personally. They don't think it's happening to them personally because it's not like directly at them, but it is indirectly, and it will affect you for the rest of your life on your bottom dollar. Absolutely does. So I'm saying people just don't think about these things.
It was like, how many times did I point out before they actually started going after this stuff, too, I know you took notes. You have it somewhere in your stockpile of notes where I just was like, look, these guys are money laundering. They are shipping money out of country to places that end up to right back in their own pocket. Like, they're not really supporting, they're saying they're supporting some shit, but it's not really supporting that shit. It's going right back to them. Why do you think half these damn people flew to damn Ukraine after they sent money over there? It's like, oh, remember, Ukraine's a war-torn country, right? Have we ever had representatives fly to a war-torn country in a supposed war zone? Zero. Never, ever happened in the history of this country up until when? Oh, this time. Well, why this time? Interesting. Probably because there's no real war going on there. Probably because they're money laundering right through that country, and they've been doing this shit for quite some time. There's a reason why I got kicked off of the Russian platform Trovo, is because while I support Russia, I also said, I wonder if Russia just has been in control of Ukraine this whole time, using Ukraine as its own personal shell company. Oh, and then boom, as soon as I start talking like that, I'm booted off of Trovo. and, interesting how that works. And then, you look at all of these things that President Trump had a fun time, and everybody else listening had a fun time when he's like mocking the left for sending the money to all sorts of areas of Africa for hermaphroditic frog research and all this weird shit that was going off. And it's like, oh, well, are they really doing that, or are they just saying that so the certain people out there that want to rah them are like, oh, look at the great things that you're doing for us. But the reality is they just used that as this non-governmental organization in another country that, oh, wait, it just goes right back to them. How long have they been doing this shit? Quite some time. And here it is, like Ms. Bell said, the low-hanging fruit, and nobody wants to even pay attention to that fruit. It's a big ass sign. It's one of those big speed limit signs, the overly sized ones that they have in Alaska. They might have them in other places, but in Alaska, because people are like, it's a big country, and it's got tight twists and turns, and it's got the oversized speed limit yield cautionary sign that's like, I don't know, it's 10 foot by 10 foot, those type of signs. Sometimes they're 15 foot by 15 foot. And when they're that big and they say do 15 miles an hour, they mean do 15, because if you're going any faster, you're going off the edge because you ain't making the corner. I'm pretty sure we've got some here in the lower 48 like that, but they're up there in Alaska. And this is the big sign like that says, hey, everybody, hello, look at what your Congress members are doing. The House, the Senate. Oh, you might even have some judges partaking in this type of action. So, maybe you have some executive branch members also partaking in this type of action. How far does it go? Infinitely. It's been going on for so long, and they've been, this whole CYA game for so long, because it's not just here in this country. The leaders of other countries have been partaking in this bullshit too. Do I care about them? Not really, but do they exacerbate the problem? Absolutely, 100%, because they're like, oh, you want a taste of the pie over here? This is what we're doing, and we can help you out, and we'll do if you help us out here, we'll cover for you if you cover for us, and we'll do this little money here, money there. We'll just it's like, hello, people. But then I have my dear friend here, my dear sweet friend, Ms. Bell. Bring me back to reality. Like a rubber band snapping right back into reality. No, all of you are too fucking stupid to understand this. That's basically what she said without saying it. You're too stupid to read the damn sign that's 100 foot by 100 foot, basically. Here it is. It's time for the will of the people to take control and do the checks and the balances. But we're not. No, we're too. Oh, my God. Biting our nails off like, oh, what's going to happen? Oh, don't know if we can do this. Whatever. It's like, just at least start talking about it. But how many people, you and I are the only people really talking about it that I know of. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. It's a shame. It's a shame.
It is a shame.
Are you ready to
Oh,
run away with me?
absolutely.
Let's go to Mars. Catch that
Right
bus
there.
that Elon's got, that bus rocket. Let's go.
How about we send everybody up that way, and I can have all this land to myself?
Maybe that's actually the secret plan. Tell them that
Right?
there's a great place over there called Mars. I'll set up for them, but it's really nothing. And we just start launching people that direction. And then we I actually like that idea too. That might be even a better idea. I don't know. Depends on how big the rock hurtling towards us is right now. And the survivability chance of that. I don't know. That's a good question. We got some deciding to do. I don't know.
Funny.
Look, I don't know how many other people understand this to this level and even further. Because, again, as you know quite well, I'm only allowed to know certain things. And that ain't nothing. So,
that ain't nothing?
That ain't nothing. Because
a country boy coming out there.
That ain't nothing. I don't know jack squat in comparison to, say, like you do or Elon. And I have to give it to Elon. He was willing to at least say what he knows could get him killed if he outs it all. Because, I mean, it's a logical thinking. He might not actually be at risk, but he's smart enough to know that he could very well be put in the crosshairs if he said some shit. So it was smart for him to say what he said on Rogan's podcast, even though I was kind of like, come on, dude, just fucking tell us, man. I want to know. I want to know if I've been right this whole time, which, oh, fuck, do I really need to ask? No, fucking right. And that's with me knowing almost nothing. And I know he knows a million times more than I do. And just like you do, you know way more than I do about this shit. But yeah, I mean, there's got to be more people than the three of us. I mean, okay, Erin knows. She knows because she hears me talk about this shit. She's like, honey, come on. You're just driving yourself crazy. But yeah, there are, okay. But is it enough to make a stink?
Obviously not, because you don't see anything about it.
Obviously, President Trump knows. Is he going to utilize this as leverage to actually get things, or is he just is he stuck to a certain extent at this point?
Why would you say that?
Why would I say that? Oh boy.
I would ask that question when I got to head out. So 6:15 for me. I need to get going.
Oh, is your special man there?
He should be here shortly.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Yep,
Except it's driving Miss Belle.
There we go.
Is it one of those fancy cars? One of those old classics? That'd be great.
I know, right?
Where he has to sit outside and you're inside covered. That'd even be better. He's got to wear the driving gloves. He's got to wear the scarf. Actually, that'd be pretty cool. He's got yeah. I'd do that for you. Drive one of those old cars while you get to sit in the back, drinking a hot toddy.
I'm usually busy, already started work when I'm being driven into work. So.
Well, and see, everybody, she's just told the secret. Part of her job is monitoring me before she goes into work. There's the secret.
Oh, whatever.
Wasn't much of a secret, but okay. Anyways. It's just me and you talking, and then someone recording right now, and nobody else is listening.
You don't have anybody on the other apps?
Oh, no.
Quiet today?
I got two viewers, apparently, between either YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and X. So, that's it.
You know, when I was in Rumble, it was definitely messy. It was very messy for me. I thought that was interesting. So. television in the 50s where it was just all messy. And I was like, oh.
Well, what's funny is you go back and you watch it, the recording, it's fine. There's no problem with the recordings. Explain that one.
Right?
Well, I know what it means, but yeah, anyways. For anybody out there wanting to think more deeply about this shit. I don't think
everybody's listening.
Right. Yeah, which we know. No, there isn't, or there is, and yeah, anyways, but is that a problem for some people where they are willfully ignorant on, where they don't want to know the truth because if they knew the truth, that it would ruin everything that they've been doing? And
I don't think they put much thought into it. You presume people have all these thoughts and they think this deeply. If people did, we wouldn't be in this situation in our country if individuals were more in a deeper thought, critical thinking, and cared enough to not allow this to be happening that we have to deal with. So I laugh when you say that. It's like, really?
So are they just mimicking certain speech patterns then to make it come across as if they're thinking more deeply?
Yeah, I can't answer for them.
Well, I mean, with observational stuff here, like, because I'm hearing and seeing certain rhetoric that would maybe
from my
lead
perspective,
me to believe.
stupid is as stupid does. I keep saying that. From my perspective, what I'm dealing with, all I see is stupidity. So.
Yeah, and every time you say that, I'm like, man, you can't help but jab me. You just keep jabbing me. Like, like that's how I take that every time. Like, fuck, seriously? And see, you're snorting and giggling because, oh, yeah, right. And see, that's more of a deep thought, right? Like, most people wouldn't catch that. They wouldn't, like, there's a little double-edged sword right there with that comment. It's pretty snarky. I like that. It was good. It's good. That's where it should be like,
damn you, vile woman!
Yeah, vile. Vile. No, but you get what I'm saying, though. People tend to mimic certain things that make them appear what they think appears as intelligent. So they'll mimic certain speech patterns. You see it right there in Congress with they make fun of him, low-budget Obama or something. What's his name? I can't. Hakeem Jeffries, and then you've got this other guy that.
Oh my gosh!
Which you see the speech pattern. Kamala Harris tried to mimic Obama's speech pattern as well, and it's like a huge failure. But you could see it; it was blatant. It's like, oh shit, here we go.
But you see that, and there are there are other individuals who see this too, but it's not enough.
Well, it's like when I picked up on the what I call the Clinton thumb. A lot of people mimic that damn thing. It works. And that's taught. Trying to explain to people that's not just a natural thing. That's taught, and then it becomes habitual. And even people watching it, because I've seen just regular people start to do that, and you could tell it's like, oh, well, you must be somebody who listens to a Clinton or an Obama or whatever. Because what did it morphed now, and I've seen this in the past as well, but not as much as I've seen it recently. But your favorite governor, Gavin Newsom. I know you love Gavin a lot, so he does the little variation. So the thumb is kind of where Clinton's was, but he puts his index finger as a little loop, so it's not a clear point, but it's curled in with the thumb, and he points like that. And it's worse than point. I have a tendency, I'll point my finger from time to time, but there's an end to my finger. It's not as damning, even though I'm pointing at you or whatever, or shaking, but there's an end to it. You do it this other way, there's this imaginary thing that comes all the way through, and it's smacking people and beating whatever that thought is that you're saying into people's minds. You got that imaginary thumb switch or the finger switch. It's really crazy. But, that psychological stuff, when you're trying to influence, it's old school stuff that really works. It's like people don't even understand how bad this shit is. But,
It only works when the audience has been manipulated.
so teed up, pre-manipulation. So they've had
What
this.
do you think what do you think the school system is?
Oh, jeez. Well, so
well,
then,
think about it.
Well, the switch thing though would be like, so it only works on Catholics at that point, right? Like,
Just on manipulated individuals that don't realize that's what's they've spent their whole entire life being groomed for the stupidity, the way the people think. Education in the public school system actually was to encourage critical thinking, learn, some valuable things. Their foundation was solid before you moved on to another level. That's not the case now. You know this.
Right.
And therefore that makes your audience ability to do certain things, if they're not thinking on their own or have outside influences to teach you to be doing better than what they're being fed all day. And that opens up the door to easy manipulation.
Right. Open your textbooks up to chapter 13. That's what this is, and that's why the like, follow, subscribe rhetoric of in a certain cadence as well. Like, people just don't. When I caught on to that real quick, like, oh shit. Yeah, you do know. That's why I got flagged real quick, and they're like, you need to watch that guy. What the fuck is he doing? Who is he? Who does he work for? It's like, I don't work for anybody.
Just against the system. You're against what is the game that's at play.
Mm-hmm.
And what do they do when you don't want to play? They just oust you.
Well, and that's my whole argument is maybe I'd play the game because I like sports. I like games. I do like games. I like the rules of games because then you have this framework to work within on how to score points and how you win and how you lose. I'm very competitive. The problem with this isn't a game. This is your life. This is about the United States of America and the United States Constitution. It's not a game to me. And it's very serious. And when I see that as a structure, the game that you're talking about, and I'm well aware, yeah, it's a game, you're right, okay. But if you play along with it, you detract from the Constitution and you are making it worse. You are then perpetuating the problem that I'm supposed to be fighting against for the longevity of the United States of America as we used to know it. And I'd like to get it back that way. I love capitalism. I love business. But I like the up and up stuff. Everything that's on the up and up, we're good. When you start getting into this marketing psychological bullshit, this is a different type of marketing. This isn't just the kitschy commercial that has the tune that you can't get out of your head, which that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day as well. Using music to manipulate it with marketing. I'm okay with that to a certain extent, right? I'm okay with a lot of this stuff. But when we're talking about the demise of our country, I can't play along with that game. I can't play along with that. That's bullshit. Because that just perpetuates the problem. I am then cross-canceling myself out. If that's a crazy thought right there. But for all the words that I say this direction, for how I feel, and if I play along with their game, it then detracts from everything I say.
Mm-hmm. That's a perspective.
Isn't that crazy? Well, perspective, but that's exactly what it is. It's a reality. You're fighting against yourself, and then you're just chasing your own tail.
That is a perspective.
Oh, for crying out loud! You're gonna. Here we go. Miss Bell's political correct answers there, and she's like, someone's listening. She can't. It's like, yeah, you're right.
To me, it's a perspective. But as I've shared with you, know the game in which you're wanting to play in, and use it before it gets you get used by it.
Oh, you're changing your verbiage. Use it before it uses you. Yeah, but that was something I hammered on today during the daycast.
Oh, okay.
Your ears might have been burning. I uttered your name. I said it while I brought that up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because I'm going to just, I'm not hiding anything. Look, I said this, and I'll be in your terms right now just to, throw people off. The last person that uses is the one who wins. So just because you use them before they use you doesn't mean that you win. If you use them first, you have to use them to the point where you ruin them so they never are able to use you. Now, if that's the strategy, then okay, I can get with that. But that's almost never going to happen. It's very rare, if ever happening. The last person to use is the winner. So just because you use them before they use you does not mean you win. Doesn't mean you get shit because they'll end up using you. That last user wins ultimately every damn time. So
if that's the game you want to play, okay.
What do you mean the game I want? Look, okay, I didn't create the damn game.
Nope. But you want to play in it.
Observing the damn game.
You want to play in it to gain monetary value, so therefore I've told you how to do it.
Yeah, you want me to bend some flipping knee, kiss a ring, blow smoke up some weirdo's butthole.
I told you how to do it to keep how you are, but you're going to have lots of battles.
Keeping who? Wait, what? Okay, anyway.
To use it to keep what you're doing and play in the game, you're going to have a lot more battles, which may be even more difficult.
Yeah, I can't ever do anything the easy way, can I?
No.
Oh, shit.
I know you.
How dare you?
That's right. Protect me, Greta. Protect me. You tell her.
How dare you?
That's right. My future baby
Truth
mama.
Truth hurt.
Go
Can you
ahead.
handle the truth?
Make my day.
Oh, it's funny, but it's true.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, I played it for you, just so you know.
It's a hard deal. It's a hard game, and the things are a lot different. So
it doesn't have to be a game. It's just people have chosen for multiple different reasons. But when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, you understand why I am the way I am with it. I just lined it out. It's quite simple. But however, others don't see it that way. They don't care about it. They don't give a shit about the United States Constitution. So even if I plead my case and say, hey, aren't you a patriot too? Aren't you an American citizen? Don't you want this country to be great into the future for your kids and grandkids and great-grandkids? And all they're going to say is, I don't care what happens to this country because I've made so much money, it doesn't matter. They'll be fine. And it's like, oh, really? That's what you... Oh, all right. Well, you don't really understand how this world works then. Once you let this shit slide and you've lost control, you think you're just going to buy your way out of it? Because it doesn't work like that, buckos. It doesn't... You might think it might work for a little while, but ultimately, you lose it. It'll all be taken from you, just like it'll be taken from everybody else. So don't think your money's going to protect you, because money's never, ever protected anybody in that case. Because as soon as you start getting back to this tribal type king, queen, whatever type of mentality with the monarchies, and this is historically proven. It doesn't matter how much you have; they will come and they will take it from you. Mm-hmm. So. I mean, and I've spoken on that I don't know how many times. It's like people, again, falling on deaf ears. People just don't get it. It's like, hey, hello. We've got one shot here, folks. One shot. You better hit the mark with it. If you don't, we all lose it. It's not just me that loses it. It's everybody. Ms. Bell loses it. All of you out there lose it. It's gone. And you don't get it back at that point, because once these people have full control, yeah. Scary. Scary time when you look at it from that perspective. Money doesn't protect people. It might shelter them. It might comfort them for a while. And it, it might do some things for a little bit. But ultimately, and that's the other thing. Remember I was preaching for a while about digital currency? And it's like, if we go all digital, you think you got all these credits. You think you got all these dollars. And then one day you wake up, and because you pissed off the wrong person, it's gone. Don't think that won't happen, folks. Once you hit digital currency, they'll be able to shift money around to whoever they want to have it. And anybody they don't want to have it, it's gone. You're going to just be like, wait, what the hell happened to all my money? I had millions upon millions. I had billions of dollars. It's gone. What the hell? Yeah, it's gone because you done pissed off the wrong person. And that person knew somebody, or they were the somebody, and they just hacked your ass and took it. Now, maybe they didn't even take it. Maybe they just deleted it. Maybe it just disappeared. It's gone. It doesn't exist any longer. I don't understand why people can't think on that level. To me, it's simple. It's low-hanging fruit. But apparently, shoot, Britain's trying to do the digital ID thing where Kiostama, like saying they're implementing it no matter what anybody says. They're just, this is what's going to happen, digital ID. Which, once digital ID is implemented, then it's going to be digital ID, digital currency. Your whole life can be erased at will. Everything about you can be monkeyed with on the internet, as I've explained time and time again to people, where it's like, again, deaf ears, because there's probably no ears to even hear what I'm saying anyways, because God forbid the conversations that you and I have, or my thoughts that come out just naturally, hit anybody's ear canal, because shit, that might get them to think about what's at hand here. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd like, play the game. No, I don't want to play the game. Be heard on the radio, be heard over the satellite, be heard and interact with people on a certain level. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Well, I'm going to wish you a wonderful day, and I'll try to catch you tonight. I need to head out.
All right. Well, spank Pam on the bottom for me when you get there. Tell her hi, sweet cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Tell her I said
She'll
that.
see this. She'll see it.
Right now? Before you even get in there? She's intently watching at this point in time?
I don't know what she's doing. I haven't talked to her.
Tell her she needs to come in here and talk with us.
Transcript.
Tell her to do her damn job and come in and chat with us at the same time. Then she doesn't have to read it. She can
once you get past the romp room, then you can request these things.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what did you just say there?
Nothing.
Oh, I heard that. Like, okay, all right. Then I can request these things. Okay. Well, I'm requesting these damn things right now. And then I'll just double down on the request later.
Nope, it's not how that works.
Have you met me? Do you know how I work?
I'm just letting you know.
Flipping request whatever the hell I want to request, and you can deny whatever I request, and that's fine. We'll just continue to play that little dance of request and deny, and then I will find some rhythm to it, and it'll be like, all right, here we go. We got a certain cadence going on. Now it's fun, and then at some point I'm going to put the old Texas two-step in there, and then whammo, I got you right where I want you.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Bell's transcript bingo. That's right.
All right, sweetie. Well, you have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too, Belle. I love you.
Thanks, hon.
Have a great day.
Love you too, sir. You too, hon. Bye-bye.
Bye. She's a good person, good human being. That's why you gotta love people like her. I mean, you don't have to, but it's okay to love other human beings in that non-sexual way, even though, one of these days, maybe. Got to put that in there for the transcript so she can laugh about it. She's going to get a good chuckle. The amount of nutty bullshit that I say, good God, depending on who's reading and their level of comprehension. Apparently, though, according to Ms. Bell, comprehension is pretty high level there. Debatable. Debatable. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I love the fun that she and I have. We're able to have a little bit of fun. And not a little bit of fun. We have a lot of fun. I enjoy our conversations, even when she gets one over on me from time to time. It's not from... She always is getting one over on me. She's silly. And that's why I love her. She's silly. And she can screw with me. One of the few ladies out there that I'm okay with screwing with me. As long as she keeps her fingers out of certain orifices, then we're good. We're good. As long as that's the case, we are fine and dandy. But yeah, look, the game that is afoot right now is troubling, because you shouldn't play games with people's emotions or minds. You really shouldn't. And when it comes to representing the people, you need to be honest. And hey, honest with the understanding that you're fallible. You can make mistakes. I make mistakes all the damn time. Maybe it's a mistake that I talked to Ms. Bell. I don't know. But look, you have to own the fact that you're a human being. You're fallible. And that there are no absolutes. So while we talk about all sorts of stuff, and I allude to certain things, you just never know what's going to happen. But I will tell you, if you hold that United States Constitution close to you and you understand it, even if you haven't read it, you understand the premise, what it is supposed to do for you. If you follow that, what you'll find is that's just good nature working how it's supposed to. And it's something that we need to protect. We need to preserve, protect, and defend. 100%. Whether we agree with each other or not. It's the only way to go. The United States Constitution is the only way to go. Whether we agree or not. I'm okay if you don't agree with me. I'm okay if you hate my guts. It doesn't matter. As long as we can both stand with our own personal copies of the United States Constitution. Crazy. All right. Anyways, to me, it's not asking much. To me, it's not an imposition. It's not even a difficult task. It's not even really a task. The United States Constitution quite clearly lines out how we are to interact with each other and what to expect if we cross one another. It is a beautiful document. So for all the people out there that don't have faith, like Ms. Bell and I have, and others that might be listening, the Constitution is what you need to lean on, more so than anything else. And if you choose to lean on faith as well, you've got the Ten Commandments, or you've got some other things out there that you can lean on in conjunction with the United States Constitution. Because your religion, you're free to practice your religion in this country. You're free to practice your faith in this country as long as it doesn't cross the United States Constitution. As long as it doesn't detract from somebody's liberties, their independent individual liberties. It's a beautiful thing. It's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that matters here in this country to keep this working on a whole nother level. It is beautiful. I can't stress it enough. It's the only thing that we need to worry about. Preservation, protection, and defense of the United States Constitution, because it is for you, separate from me. It protects you from me, and it protects me from you. It's awesome. Yeah. Give it a hug. Embrace it. Date it for a while. Love on it. Make sure nothing happens to it. That's where we're at right now. There's nothing more I can say about it at this moment in time. It's just broken record time over and over and over and over and over again.
You can't handle the truth.
You're fired.
And that's the bottom line. Everybody's a bit of a cunt sometimes. Everybody's a bit of a cunt sometimes.
Respect my authority!
Nothing for you. Nothing for you. Pay attention when I'm talking to you, boy. Oh, that woman. Got a mouth like an outboard motor.
You're a loudmouth schnook.
I might be a loudmouth schnook. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have to ask Ms. Bell about that. But
I drink and I know things.
I drink and I know things. It happens.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's very, very true. As much as you don't want to admit it, it is 100%.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
That was what Ms. Bell was doing earlier.
Maybe Slowpoke is pretty slow downstairs in the feet, but he's pretty fast upstairs in the cabeza.
In the cabeza. Oh, Slowpoke Rodriguez there. I am slow in the feet now. I can't do circles around anybody if I wanted to. Can't. I just can't do it. I am apparently a grand. I'm a grand. So I'm not a I'm not. No, I am. I'm still young. I'm super young. I'm really young. And yes, I think I can do circles. Actually, no, I am fast. Super fast. In my mind. Oh, boy. At some point, the truth is all going to come out, and I'm going to just feel like an idiot, and it's going to be a beautiful thing for all of the people out there that have been playing shenanigans on me for years now. Years. Shenanigans being played on me. So, And quite honestly, just not the absolute truth told to me. Yeah, things might have happened and transpired much quicker for me in certain respects if people had just spoken plainly to me. Except they can't speak plainly. They are not incapable of it. They fear speaking plainly to me because if they speak too plainly to me, then yeah, I might say some shit. They fear that. They fear that's where I have the leverage for the most part is that they know loose lips sink ships, and these lips have a mind of their own. So it's true. It's true. The reality is, I'm not that bad. I'm nowhere near that bad. But I can understand. I can understand where they're coming from. And that's fine. At some point, obviously, Miss Bell has it on record now. She herself is alluding to certain things, and it's just a matter of time before I either have uh, some pie on my face, and not the kind of pie I'd like on my face, but some sort of pie on my face, and mud pie, a little mud pie on my face. That's probably what's going to end up happening ultimately. A little mud pie on the face, and looking very foolish, looking very silly. Will I be? And that's fine. That's fine. I mean, what's new? Everybody gets to have their moment of disaster. I've had plenty of moments of disaster for myself in my past, and I will have plenty of moments of disaster in the future. Between misspeaking, misunderstanding, and the amount that I say, I can be wrong in a ton of things. And I'm just like, and misremembering things or this, that, and the other. Anything can happen at any time. I'm fallible. I make mistakes constantly, whether you know it or not. I'm here to admit it. I'm a mistake machine. But every single human being on this planet is a mistake machine. That's what we do. We're human beings. It's part of the process. It's part of how you learn. That's how you grow. And misspeaking, misremembering, everything, missing the mark, just missing. You just miss. That's human error. That's human nature. That's reality. There are no absolutes that are broad. There are only very few absolutes, and one of the absolutes. There is one absolute that I can speak on, and that is no human is perfect. That's an absolute. Very few absolutes, but that's one fact. One absolute for sure. Humans are not perfect, and there is not one single human perfect. Zero. No perfection running around this planet right now. Zero. Don't care if you're the president of any country out there, you're not perfect. And that's a good thing, because then you can relate to the rest of us that are imperfect. Boy, oh boy, I shudder for the day that there's an actual perfect human being on this planet running around in a situation where they lack the ability to have any kind of understanding for humanity. The fallibility of humanity is important. It's a necessity. It really is. So when people try to take the imperfections out, they are ruining the masterpiece that was created. Because a masterpiece always has some sort of imperfection. That is part of the bigger picture. Think about that for a while. And on that note, please, please, for the love of God, speak up, speak out, speak freely. Much love, everybody. Much love. Peace.